Welcome to a spooky episode of Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We're a very spooky wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew, that's Dusty.
I'm a ghost.
See, we ad-libbed this whole thing.
Yeah. I didn't even know that he was going to pitch that to me. I'm the ghost of Dusty. Hey.
The ghost of Dusty also sounds like the ghost of Krusty. Hey.
Yeah. The ghost of Dusty turns out to also be a big Simpsons fan. So
yeah, follow us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Blue Sky. We're everywhere, man. I posted a TikTok of the Zodiac today if you guys want to check that out. So this is one of our deep dive podcasts. We figured for Halloween we wanted to do something spooky. We thought about doing Kane's horror movie, and even we didn't really want to sit through that.
I paid to see it once. Don't got to see it again.
That's crazy. But we ended up on this, which is something that I was excited to do.
I'm wondering if there's a tense issue now. We could dive into that. Something you were excited to do.
Yeah, I was excited to do this. We are breaking down what is this, 1995 run of the Dungeon of Doom?
Yeah, pretty much the 1995, the Dungeon of Doom from inception to basically like their biggest impact in WCW at the time. I think that's a fair assessment.
Okay, yeah, and I knew. Okay, so going into this, I knew the Dungeon of Doom existed. I knew Kevin Sullivan was involved. I knew there was a guy called the Zodiac. I knew that Hulk Hogan falls into the Dungeon of Doom, declares some water not hot, and one of the greatest wrestling clips that has ever been created. And the giant with the old monster truck. That's all I knew about the Dungeon of Doom. I didn't know the cast of characters was so large. I didn't know how bizarre some of this was. Well, I knew it was bizarre, but I hadn't really seen it, So I now have seen the Dungeon of Doom, and I'm forever changed by it.
Yeah, you enter as one person and then you leave as another once you've been in the dungeon. You can't return the same. It's like the story cycle of the hero. The hero must return changed to complete the story.
Yeah, I feel stronger. As you know, the dungeons are supposed to change you. If you go into a dungeon and it doesn't change you, that's not a very good, effective dungeon.
Yeah, something should be different, positive or negative.
Yeah.
Once you've been through the dungeon,
it's just a room.
Yeah.
If you're the same, it's just a room with like leaky effects.
Yeah.
Every dungeon's got a leak, Dusty.
Yeah, well, the masonry is a big problem for the dungeon.
A lot of dungeons were built in haste, slave labor. You don't exactly get artisanship when it comes to
you can't call and complain to the slave laborers that built the dungeon.
Yeah, not a lot of people using AutoCAD. They're just throwing this shit right together.
All right, so I feel it is my due diligence to lay a little bit of groundwork for the Dungeon of Doom. The Dungeon of Doom, unlike the Big Bang, does not happen out of nowhere. There's causal effect that creates a Dungeon of Doom.
So you're saying, Dusty, that something did not come from nothing in this situation.
That's right. Nothing from nothing means nothing. So you got to have something if you want to be with me. All right.
Is that what that song says? It's nothing from nothing.
I believe it's nothing from nothing.
It's a stupid song, no matter what it is.
Yeah. So the WCW, while living in my heart and my mind, languishes throughout the early part of the 1990s.
That's Billy Preston?
Yeah.
Of the Beatles?
Yeah, take it back, you son of a bitch. That song rips, dude.
God damn.
Is it nothing from nothing means nothing?
Nothing from nothing means nothing, bro. You gotta have something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy Preston.
WCW needed something. How about that?
They quite often had nothing.
So in 1994, they sign a little a wrestler, from the South,
Mm-hmm.
That's he's had a cup of coffee in the big time. Hulk Hogan, might have heard of him.
Ever heard of him? Yeah.
Yeah. And it is actually, it becomes the albatross around their neck, but it is a thing that basically saves them. His first match in WCW against Ric Flair in June 1994 does the biggest buy rate they've ever done in on pay-per-view. 225,000 buys for Hogan versus Flair at Bash at the Beach. The next match that Hogan has at Halloween Havoc, because he doesn't wrestle at Fall Brawl. Fall Brawl only does 115,000 buys, right? So then the next match is against Flair in the retirement match, Steel Cage at Halloween Havoc 94. That does 210,000 buys. So still pretty good. That, unfortunately, when you retire your main nemesis, you're going to go ahead and need a new nemesis.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. This one guy that I can wrestle, who, by the way, is like an 87-time world champion, just go ahead and get him out of the league. So why was Flair just wanting time off? Was his contract up? What was going on?
I think it was probably time off paired with you need like stakes. You need some big stakes to sell this rematch, because like what had changed to cause Flair to be able to beat Hogan this time? Like it's a game 7 situation for Flair. He's either got to beat Hogan this time or he's got to retire.
This is a complete out of nowhere. Did Ric Flair ever have a mustache? I feel like he'd look funny as hell with a mustache.
It is possible that he did, but I've never seen it. And I bet it would look terrible. So
I think it'd look hilarious.
Important after Hogan beats Flair, because of course he does in that retirement match. The Avalanche debuts a returning to feud with Hulk Hogan, John Tenta, who is better known as Earthquake in the WWF, longtime rival of Hogan's. He debuts as the Avalanche in WCW. At the same time, they've been doing a storyline where a masked man has been him as Hook really is really something.
It does it for me. So for those of you listening just to the audio, I found a picture where somebody drew a terrible, obviously Microsoft Paint mustache on Ric Flair and put it right next to Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook from the movie Hook. What is James Hook? That's his name.
Captain. Do you want to play baseball, Peter?
Oh man, the way Dustin Hoffman should have won some kind of an award, maybe not an Oscar. Okay,
they could have given him something for sure.
Give him a Golden Globe. Give him a Golden Globe. Who cares about Golden Globes? Anyway, sorry for cutting you off.
No, that's terrific. Further proof that Ric Flair should have never had a mustache.
It's great.
Yeah. So they'd been running an angle where a masked man had been like attacking Hulk Hogan and bashing him in the knee with a crowbar or like a pipe, which is very funny.
Tanya Harding.
Yeah, basically Tanya Harding Hogan. And it is revealed at Halloween Havoc that it's actually Brother Brudai, who people will know as Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who came over to WCW with Hulk Hogan, because of course he did.
I don't know that there's a guy who has had more gimmicks than Brutus Beefcake.
A lot of gimmicks for Brother Brudai there. So you've eliminated Ric Flair as a nemesis. So they rename Brother Brudai in his heel turn the Butcher. So now he's the Butcher instead of the Barber. Yep. The Candlestick Maker is not far behind. Man, his manager should have been called the Candlestick Maker. They should have got a guy, just a dude, a French dude with the curly mustache that they put on Ric Flair. That guy's the Candlestick Maker.
Why are you asking every question anybody asks? Why are you asking me? I only make candlesticks.
Yeah, I'm only the Candlestick Maker.
And every once in a while, you hit somebody with a candlestick.
Yeah, they're like, "Do you make candles also?" No, don't be ridiculous.
No, that is stupid. I spit on candles.
So the main event of Starrcade 1994 the marquee event for WCW is the Butcher versus Hulk Hogan in a match that Wade Keller of the Wrestling Torch newsletter once called one of the low points of WCW.
And that's
So
saying something. That is
that's really saying something.
when you have one of the worst matches in the history of the organization that had some of the worst goddamn matches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Is there anybody, because I don't know if there's anybody who had more gimmicks than Brutus Beefcake. I also don't know, did anybody else like work so closely with Hulk Hogan throughout his career except for maybe Savage?
Well, yeah, I mean, they were just kind of always around each other. Like even before Hogan went to WWF, they knew each other in in Florida. They were a tag team in Memphis, the Boulders. You know, like he's just always been his dude. Like that's Hogan's ride or die right there, or was, and then apparently they had a falling out before he died.
Oh man, somebody falling out with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, who could imagine? And not over the things that you'd think would make you fall out with Hulk Hogan. But anyway.
Gas station sushi.
Yeah. So Kevin Sullivan joins the Avalanche and the Butcher, and they become the Three Faces of Fear. They're now the heels that are opposing Hulk Hogan. And Three Faces of Fear, not a bad name. That's an okay name. But the Starrcade 94 buy rate goes down to 130,000 buys. That ain't no Ric Flair number. That's a tough. 95, 95, they do book him with Vader. But Hogan doesn't like working with Vader because Vader, alarm, kind of stiff in the ring. Likes his shit to look real.
Not a lot of guys liked wrestling Vader, from what I understand.
Yeah, well, because Vader was going to lay his shit in. Mick Foley, of course, because he's a maniac, loved working with Vader.
He's a sadist. We can't really be like the guys that Mick liked to work with. We like to work with,
Yeah. So
except for a Dynamite Kid, right?
except for he did not enjoy the So in May at the Slamboree, which we have never covered, we do a lot of Halloween Havocs. We never really get into the Slamboree quite as much.
Yeah,
I'd like to get into the Slamboree.
All right.
Yeah. The Giant debuts outside the arena, just a big ass dude yelling at Hulk Hogan because he says Andre the Giant's his dad.
Did Andre's family have to sign off on this, or were they just allowed to do this?
I don't think they asked anybody. I think Andre has a daughter that I'm not sure was ever like a public figure in any way.
Yeah.
So I think they just did it. Like
big ass French daughter at home.
Yeah. So what the hell is this?
Yeah. What is this? I'd throw down my baguette.
So and at that Slamboree, Kevin Sullivan defeats the Butcher in a match because they had a misunderstanding, as you often do, between the Butcher and a guy like Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, it's not a match made in heaven in that situation.
No. After that match, Sullivan starts hearing a voice bidding him to come into the
baseball field, knock down all his corn.
Yeah, to actually mend his relationship with his father.
If you build it, freaking an Andre will come back.
Yeah,
he'll beat Hogan's ass.
Yeah, and so that's sort of our starting point, but also a little bit about Kevin Sullivan, who's a real man, who
looks like a fake man.
Who looks like a fake man.
There's a lot of guys in wrestling who look like your uncle. Like Kevin Sullivan looked like your magician, like traveling magician uncle. Like
yeah,
he's snake oil.
Yeah, he's definitely coming over twice a year to ask your dad for money.
For elixirs, not for beer, not for beer or rent.
No,
he needs money for elixirs.
Yeah, he was very successful in championship wrestling from Florida in the early 80s as basically an occult leader. And he had a whole cadre of heels that were part of his dark, I don't want to say dark carnival because that's ICP, but basically You know,
Bunch
like
of
he
psycho
had a
circus freaks.
yeah, he had a group of circus freaks,
Yeah.
and they like really went in on the occult and the sort of satanic version of that gimmick, and like really caused a lot of people to be upset in Florida. Like they used to get calls because Kevin Sullivan would never say that he was the devil, but it was pretty much right up to the line of, "Hey, this guy's the straight up devil, and he's got a bunch of maniacs with him."
He always had like Anton LaVey-esque facial hair, like very sharp and manicured. By the way, I googled Kevin Sullivan. Look at this fucking guy. Who picks that picture? This guy apparently he's got like a podcast. He's just scrunching one side of his face really
Yeah.
hard. Like,
Well, that's a snide what just happened kind of look, you know.
it's like
The
an
name of
old
the name of the
man,
podcast is what just happened.
an old man trying to make a hip YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, that stinks, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
but
awful. There's no way I'm listening to that.
like Kevin Sullivan had a lot of success with this type of gimmick before, being the sort of Prince of Darkness, everything is spooky kind of thing. It worked in Florida in the early 80s. So when Hogan doesn't have a lot of heels to work with now, he comes to Hogan. Yeah, that's Florida. That's Florida Kevin Sullivan, and that guy looks like a psycho circus freak. I'd be concerned if
does.
Yeah, I'd be concerned if that guy were on my television.
I don't know why the girl with him is wearing GSP's headband, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we can get back to that. So basically, Hogan's in charge of his booking in WCW. Kevin Sullivan is the booker, but Hogan basically has carte blanche to do what he wants. And so Sullivan, to gain his trust, essentially is like, let's just run the WWF formula. Let's create a whole bunch of monsters, create a monster factory, and then we'll feed you these monsters. And that, you know, that's how we keep Hulkamania going, because Hogan didn't know Sullivan, and Hogan was very protective of his gimmick and suspicious of people trying to like cut his legs out from under him. So, because you know, you're already a paranoid person. That is a thing in wrestling.
They're trying to supplant me, brother.
Yeah, they're trying to take me out, brother. So that, I think, is that's the seeds of the Dungeon of Doom. Is we need to build up a bunch of these heels that Hogan can wrestle, and it be a bunch of guys that Hogan is comfortable with, that know what their job is and know what the score is. You know, and so I think we could start. I wanted to do it in maybe not the order that we normally do things in. So, because the Dungeon of Doom is such a weird thing, but let's talk about the vignettes for the Dungeon of Doom. There's a great YouTube compilation that says that it has all of the Dungeon of Doom clips, but it doesn't have all of them, but it has as many of them as you could stand, probably.
I was gonna say good. I'm glad there are not more. I got enough. Yeah. These motherfuckers screamed for 37 minutes. It is a prerequisite of the Dungeon of Doom to yell everything you say.
Yeah.
And that's be bizarre. Shout out to the
British Bulldog. Rest in power, my man. Yeah. So our first vignette is of Kevin Sullivan after Slamboree. They keep superimposing a guy who we don't know yet, his face, just yelling, "Come to me, Sullivan! Come to me!" And Kevin Sullivan in his wrestling trunks just running through the jungle, which is very funny. Objectively, that's very funny.
It was very funny. It is a burly, short white man. Well, he's probably not short, but he looks short. In a Speedo, just running through the woods, yelling, "I hear you, master! I hear you!" It is a sight to behold. Anybody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't have these at the time. Like I wasn't watching I didn't have the ability to watch WCW at the time, so I can only imagine how weird these must have been interstitched between the wrestling. Like it's like Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Steve Armstrong, and then that match ends, and then it's just Kevin Sullivan booking it through the woods
Yeah,
in his
but
wrestling gear.
now let's go over to some weird hybrid, never-ending story Power Rangers bullshit.
Yeah, let's.
Bobby the Brain Heenan is literally like loading his gun and walking
Yeah.
through. Like, who the fuck said this was okay? And this is the question I have.
Sure.
Jim Cornette, where's he
Yeah.
at this time?
He is running Smoky Mountain Wrestling, not
Okay.
involved. And Smoky Mountain closes at the end of November '95, if I remember right. So he's in WWF as a manager, and he's running Smoky Mountain.
When
he's
he
out of
talks
WCW.
about our guy ruining wrestling, shit stain,
Yeah,
as he so aptly says, right?
yeah.
Why does he never talk about the Dungeon of Doom?
Well, there's a couple of things. I think one, he likes Kevin Sullivan, and like his friend, or was friends with Kevin Sullivan. Secondly, he wasn't there, so I don't even know that he's really ever looked. It's some like silly horse shit. Like I doubt he's ever dived into what WCW was doing in '95.
I know, but I mean, he knows now. If you ask him what the Dungeon of Doom is, he's seen at least some of these vignettes, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because it doesn't involve him and he didn't have to do anything stupid, it maybe offends him less than some of the other stuff.
I just think it wasn't all Vince Russo, like I feel like these guys realized that like WWE had made so much money marketing to kids that they were like, let's make our own like children's TV show out of this, because what Hulk was for the most part.
The thing is, they talk a lot. Like I watched a Kevin Sullivan interview where he's like, Hulk was used to the cartoony WWF '80s, and I will not stand here and tell you that the WWF was not cartoonish in the '80s and early '90s with their gimmicks and all this stuff. They didn't have shit like what the Dungeon of Doom is doing. Like they had vignettes of their wrestlers doing silly stuff, but nothing to the level of what the Dungeon of Doom is doing. Like, it's a different thing. Like Yokozuna goes to a sushi restaurant and eats them out of house and home. Okay, that's funny, but it's also and it's silly, but it's not month after month of these insane vignettes.
Where people are teleporting and like.
Yeah, at the end of the first one, where Kevin Sullivan is running through the woods, the end of that vignette, I suppose, is he gets teleported.
He
straight up teleported.
Like he gets raptured. That'd have been funny if only his tights were there.
Yeah. And so the big important thing is next, he shows up in the dungeon. And the master is there.
Yeah.
The master is King Curtis Iaukea, who's a famous wrestler, was a WWF Tag Team Champion in the '60s, from Hawaii, one of the world's most famous wrestlers. He basically got a job in WCW.
What do you mean most famous wrestlers? From Hawaii?
From Hawaii, yes. Sorry, before The Rock. Not of all time, but
I was like, hold on.
He was like, and he was a guy that used to be known for cutting like wild man promos that everybody loved. And he was in a Three Stooges movie. Like he had been around,
Yeah.
He basically gets hired because Hulk Hogan is a fan of his and Sullivan's a fan of his to be the de facto leader of the Dungeon of Doom. The funny thing to me is this first promo where the master shows up, Kevin Sullivan is immediately deferential to him. Kevin Sullivan isn't like, who the fuck are you? What's your deal? Did you teleport me into this dungeon? He's just immediately like, oh yeah, this guy's my boss for sure.
Yeah, it's like as if they know each other, like, and now he's his son.
Yeah, he's. I just kept thinking, like, in between all of these vignettes, imagine the conversations that Sullivan and the Master are having. Like, I imagine the Master doesn't get out much, so he's probably like, Sullivan, are the Beatles still a thing?
Has Jamie Lee Curtis showed her cans yet?
I'm very. Can you think we could get a VCR in here? I hear there's a movie where 3 men have to raise a baby. I have to tell you, sounds like a pretty funny premise.
Oh boy, what about that Bart Simpson I keep
Yeah.
hearing about?
And he just has to like go to the store to get him foot creams and stuff because the master is looking ashy. Things are rough.
He's got bed sores for sure.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
master, I'm gonna be real, and like, you know, respect to Prince Curtis Ikea. He's put in
Sure.
a hard situation here. You can't understand what he's saying, and most of it is the things that you can hear are just like
Yeah.
places, like
Uh-huh.
from under the largest mountain in Minnesota to
Yeah.
all the way to Beirut, like just constantly just screaming the names of
Yeah.
places because it makes something sound more epic.
Well, and he's like he has to sound like he's bringing oddities from around the world. Like he's an old haberdasher. You know,
Yeah.
he's like
He's an accumulator.
yeah, I've been to the bazaars all over Europe and I bring back to you Kamala.
Yeah. I found a man who thinks he's a shark.
Yeah, in one of the first vignettes, he tells Sullivan about the 4 continents, and I was like, wait a second, 4 continents?
It's been that long that he's been in the dungeon.
Yeah,
dude.
he's been around. So you're saying the Beatles broke up? Everybody's doing pretty good though, right? John is fine, isn't he?
He was my favorite one.
What's that you say? The Catcher in the Rye.
The what in the rye? Man,
yeah,
fuck JP Salinger, man.
Kevin Sullivan is in his tights in one of the vignettes. And the very next
Salinger's JD Salinger. I felt like I got that wrong.
JP and fuck JP Morgan. Yeah, I hate the bank too. All the money's in the wall, Sullivan. I don't trust the bank.
With the little men that have told me to kill John Lennon.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
Out of nowhere in one of these vignettes, suddenly Kevin Sullivan is the Taskmaster. He's like he's been Kevin Sullivan, and now he's got like the red and yellow robe.
Not out of nowhere. He goes back like behind. There's like a thing that he goes into, and he comes back out with the power.
Oh, that's right.
Now.
Yeah.
He also drank. What is it? What did he drink?
The Goblet of Darkness, obviously.
The Goblet of Darkness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How could you forget?
I thought that was the 4th Harry Potter book.
But, I didn't drink from the cup of light, did I? Oh man.
Fuck, dude. And like, Master, be honest, be real with me. It seems like there's a lot of dry ice in this thing, and I've heard that can do real damage to your skin. And I'd like to avoid. Is that why you look like that, Mr. Master?
Yeah. Is it? Do you have some sort of pulmonary? You've got to have some kind of lung issue.
Silence!
There's so much.
Taskmaster.
I'm sorry, Master.
Tell me about Chuck Berry. How is he doing?
I really think that he's like a stand-up guy. I've never heard a bad thing about him.
Spends a lot of time in the bathroom, though. That's.
Yeah. So the kind of theme that they go through in these vignettes is the master is accumulating warriors for the Dungeon of Doom.
Jobbers.
So. Yeah.
He's accumulating jobbers.
Yeah. So first, obviously, it's 1995.
Yep.
Who do you want to get from the deepest, darkest continent of Africa? Kamala, the Ugandan giant, who is a cannibal. So let's put one on the board for cannibal in the Dungeon of Doom.
We've got cannibal. We've got one cannibal.
We got at least one cannibal. This is so. At one point in the mid 80s, during the height of Hulkamania, Kamala was one of the big Hulk Hogan house show opponents. It was like he had a great like city to city program with Kamala. It was during the time where they didn't even have to announce who Hulk Hogan's opponent was. It was just like Hulk Hogan's going to be in town versus somebody.
There's still times you don't have to do that. Like it was John Cena, like Roman Reigns is going to be at SmackDown or is going to be at this house show in your town. You know.
Yeah, and so they hired Kamala specifically to join the Dungeon of Doom because he's one of Hogan's guys, right? And he comes out and he's like yelling nonsense. Like in the 80s, Kamala is what I would generously call culturally insensitive. uh, by
It's just
1995, it's insane that Kamala is a gimmick.
it's just one of the worst gimmicks of all time.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he might be a nice guy. I've never met
Yeah.
the man.
R.I.P. Kamala, I believe. But
I never got to meet the man.
yeah,
He plays a mean drums on his belly, keeps
Yeah.
a nice tune, but it's an awful gimmick, and I hate seeing his character on my television screen.
yeah.
Not even just because it's offensive.
Right.
I'm
it
not
offends
above
me.
this.
Yeah, it offends me as both an artist and as a person.
Yeah.
So then the next
to
week,
think he was almost president.
yeah. Next week we've got to join Kamala from 200,000 leagues under the sea. Take that, 20,000 leagues. You ain't shit.
That's not what he said.
Oh,
He said from 200,000 leagues from the bottom of the sea. So I looked it up. A league is just over 3 miles. So this next character comes from about 350,000 miles past the moon. Like just floating out in space.
Dude, it would
200,000 leagues from the bottom of the sea.
It would make more sense if the shark came from space. Really,
It's a space shark.
Yeah,
That's way cooler.
Yeah, our shark, space shark,
Space shark. Because like even there's not even a 20,000 leagues under the sea. Like I don't know how they got away with the title of that fucking book.
Yeah.
20,000 leagues is like 60,000 miles. It don't go that far.
Yeah, they didn't have Google back then. Takes that.
Yeah.
Is it Jules Verne who wrote 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
J.P. Verne.
Yeah. He's from 200,000 leagues from the bottom of the sea. He's both the predator and scavenger. Those are two different things.
He don't care if it's alive or dead, bro. He'll eat it.
Yeah,
That's a shark. That's a shark for you, dog.
Of the 7 seas and the
all
4
7
oceans.
of them, somehow.
Yeah, all 7 seas and the 4 oceans. And I looked it up. There are 5 oceans, but the Antarctic Ocean is a more recent scientific consensus, so I'll let the master slide on this one.
But we're keeping an eye on him.
Yeah. Well, look, dude.
He's on watch.
I know he's just asking questions, but misinformation is dangerous.
Yeah,
the master has a platform.
By the way, the Earth is totally flat.
Yeah, and I don't think that whooping cough. Tell me about whooping cough, Taskmaster.
Right beyond the firmament.
Yeah, it's the shark. Obviously, it's the shark. What does he say?
It seems like he wanted to be called Shark Attack.
From the South Seas to the beaches of Waikiki, he's eating everything in his way. He's the shark.
Shark stinks, dude. The shark's a bad dude.
The shark is beloved pro wrestler John Tenta, often cited as being like the nicest guy in the world, and like a super cool dude.
I have to give it to everybody in this fucking abomination of a set of vignettes, right?
Yeah.
None of them are going halfway.
No, I mean,
these guys are committing to their bit.
John Tenta was so committed. He famously had a tattoo of a tiger on his shoulder when he was in WWF. He got it switched to a shark. He had his tattoo covered up to be a shark.
Because he knew he had a good feeling about this gimmick.
Yeah, he's living the gimmick. Well, he was not allowed to be the Avalanche. I believe they got a cease and desist because an avalanche is too close to an earthquake. They're both natural disasters, so you can't.
It's because they called it the natural disasters. I guarantee it. But like I said, it seems like he ordered his merch. I mean, his gear. Thinking that it was going to be called Shark Attack. because he's got Shark Attack on his arm and on his headband.
Yeah, well, or maybe he's like, that's what I do. It's his descriptor. He is the shark. He attacks like
is this shark like Andrew Eat?
Yeah, it's
Shark
yeah.
Attack.
He's like he knows that a action verb is good. A present tense verb is powerful. So he comes out yelling Shark Attack over and over. My big problem is that he had a shark tooth necklace. So the question becomes, is that his tooth? Or did he take it from another shark that he shark attacked?
He doesn't like leaving like DNA evidence behind, so when he bites something and leaves a tooth in there, he grabs it and puts it on his necklace, I think.
So we've got the scavenger and the number one predator and a cannibal so far.
Is the shark a cannibal?
Well, he would have to. That's the question. Is that his tooth? Because if so,
well, the question. I mean, is he a man or is he a man who thinks he's a? I mean, is he a shark, a literal shark, or is he a man who thinks he's a shark? Because he does bite people.
It's true, yeah, but he doesn't bite himself, so he's not a cannibal.
You don't have to eat yourself.
Or
to be a cannibal.
Oh, he might. Then yes, he is a cannibal.
I think we're at 2 cannibals.
I think, yeah. Put it up on the big board. That's 2 cannibals.
That's 2 cannibals.
So,
and by the way, the Giant bites Hulk Hogan later on in today's thing. So we might have a whole slew of cannibals.
We might have a whole cadre of cannibals. The next week, of course, it's the man who knows neither pleasure nor pain. Imagine every week I'm watching WCW Saturday Night. Harlem Heat versus Dick Slater and Buckhouse Buck, and now I got to see the next episode of the Dungeon of Doom. Who's
looking forward to this shit?
He's a man who knows neither pleasure or pain. He's walked in darkness and light. For some reason, that makes him the Zodiac.
There's a lot of weirdness about the Zodiac, man.
Yeah.
And I told you I had a guess of who this was. This was like after 3 seconds of seeing him, but it's very clearly Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He likes putting his hands in this L formation.
Yeah, or this kind of like chop he does, or he like holds it like this and runs.
It's a weird thing. And he just constantly says yes and no for some reason.
Well, he's a man divided.
For some reasons.
You see, he knows neither pleasure nor pain. He's walked in darkness and light.
He's from the yin yang, the land of the yin yang or something. What did they?
Yeah. The land of yin and yang.
And they always say yin and yang, and it's fucking yin and yang.
Look, dude, the master doesn't have time for your woke PC bullshit.
God damn it!
What I'd really like is one of those books on tape. I hear Dean Koontz has put out a new Spellbinder.
Get it for me, Sullivan. Did you know Ed Kemper did a lot of those? Yeah. Man, I'd like to get my hands on one of those. Can you do that for me, Sullivan?
Before I started production on the Dungeon, I was hanging out with a dude named Charlie Manson. Do you think maybe he had a couple of songs? You think maybe he'd want to join the Dungeon? What's that?
Man, was that guy charismatic, huh?
He's
like Forrest Gump. The master is Forrest Gump. He just knew everybody.
He's been everywhere. He's been involved in everything, but now he's been sealed up in the dungeon for too long.
This has to be so. When what's his name? Ed Leslie.
Ed Leslie. Yeah.
When Ed Leslie gets this gimmick and he works on this gimmick, do you think Ed Leslie is going? This is going to be a big one. Or does he know this is a throwaway gimmick that they're gonna abandon once Hulk beats the fuck?
No, I think he didn't give a shit. He's working in the main events, dude, and he's getting his money. He's getting guaranteed money to dress up like a zebra. I don't think that there's a ton of
and this is integrity.
This is to his credit. I don't think that Ed Leslie has shame.
Yeah.
Like in the
ego, maybe.
Or ego, in the way that's like, look, man, I got to main event Starrcade. Like, that's awesome. And I'm getting those friend of Hogan bucks.
You know
So
what? That is true, and that is awesome. Like, even though
that,
Zodiac sucks, you got to main event Starcade. You know?
yeah. Um, then there's a couple of weeks in a row that's weird where
When he
basically,
brings the Zodiac back out, and
yeah,
he's like, "Is it gonna be the Zodiac?" And Zodiac comes back from the back, like with his arms like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's like the off screen, there's been some promise of like, here's the ultimate, like I've got one dude in the back pocket that's like the big bad, you know, and Kevin Sullivan keeps going, well, is it Kamala? You've already given me Kamala, and he's like, no, it ain't Kamala. And then he's like, is it the shark? And he's like, no, it ain't the shark. And then he's like, is it the Zodiac? And he goes, no, it ain't the Zodiac. And he basically sends them, he banished them back to the void. Or like I was thinking like it's funny to imagine like this is Kamala getting demoted to double A ball. He's like, you gotta go away, learn a split finger, then come back, then maybe you can be part of the dungeon again.
Kamala's back riding the bus. It's and I think if I remember correctly, because not only could you not understand the master, but closed captioning was way in over its head with the master.
Yeah.
It could not like understand anything he was saying. But I think he said that the Zodiac was too valuable.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the only main eventer they got. That guy main evented Starcade. So you can't just throw him out there. I also failed to mention, unfortunately, we do have to talk about, there is like, he keeps banging the drum on this idea that the end of Hulkamania, the death of Hulkamania, has been etched in stone. And then they'll like they'll pan over, and there's like a Hulk Hogan that's been beautifully carved into the wall of the Dungeon of Doom that's got like 10 abs. This Hogan's got abs that real Hogan never achieved. Stone
well,
Hogan.
Hogan probably commissioned it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need at least 3 more abs, brother.
Yeah. I need 12 abs, brother. So they're and they refer to Hulk Hogan, I believe it's Hulk Hogan, that's the only thing that makes any sense, as the white Bengal tiger.
So many times.
There's got to,
I could only guess that it was Hogan because they were weird context that they kept using it in.
Yeah, they never just say Hulk Hogan is. Like there's got to be context that's missing somewhere in this thing, because like the other part of it,
does there gotta be, Dusty?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess I'm filling in.
At one point, Kevin Sullivan starts talking about 3 guys who died. At one point, he's like, "It wasn't our fault," and it's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah, I think it's like also imagine these are getting played, so I know that it's a feudal and sometimes not very fun thing to do, to think about the logistics of something silly like the Dungeon of Doom. But like, are they sending in tapes every week? There's got to be a guy there to film it.
Whichever guy's not in there is holding the camera. So like when it's the Zodiac's
Kamala's
time,
doing steady cam work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the announcers can see it too. So they have to, like, I have to imagine there's a reaction of like, well, I guess it's not the Zodiac. He obviously had to go back to the land of yin and yang.
You just gotta have like, what was Bobby Heenan saying? Like, what the fuck is this? I've been in this business for 40 fucking years, and this is what I gotta do. This is what this business has come to.
I managed the Heenan family, and then we get to probably the most famous segment in the Dungeon of Doom's history. The white Bengal tiger approaches, and then all of a sudden Hulk Hogan falls into the Dungeon of Doom. He's also been teleported. They don't give me, again, I long for context that doesn't exist and probably wouldn't help. But how did Hogan get there? What did they sent an invitation to his house in Tampa, and he's like, from the DOD.
They sent Hagrid. No, and that is the weird thing, is like it is implied that Sullivan had to get to a very specific place in the woods to get teleported to the Dungeon of Doom,
and has been receiving messages telepathically from the Master telling him to come there.
Yeah,
right.
But the Hulkster just They just flip a switch and the Hulkster
Yeah.
lands in there.
I was on my hog, brother. I took a left at the interstate when I thought it was a right. Where the hell am I?
Oh man, I was right in the middle of an intersection. That's not going to be a pretty picture when I come back, brother.
well, I guess he does seem surprised because he's like, "Where am I?" Like he didn't intend to end up in the dungeon.
Yeah, there's no Hulkamaniacs there. Why would he?
Why would he ever go there? Yeah, Hogan falls into the thing, into the dungeon, and he's like, "Where am I? What is this place? There's no Hulkamaniacs here." And then he delivers Andrew the greatest line in the history of pro wrestling. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Hulkster walks up to a little because obviously we're in a dungeon setting, so there's gonna be water running down the walls.
Yeah.
There's rocks. There's water falling off of a rock, and Hulk walks up, puts his hand under the water, immediately reacts as if the water hurts, and he goes, "Ow! Yeah. It's not hot."
So wouldn't the note obviously be this is the evil lair of the bad guy who's essentially the devil? Yeah. The water's hot.
If it hurts, it's hot.
Unless it's dry ice. It's
frozen. I don't know if it still hurts, Dusty. Water freezes at 32 degrees.
Yeah, you know? But it's that if it's really cold, that could still hurt your hand.
He's Hulk Hogan.
He is. I forgot. He's immortal.
If water is warm enough to move, it ain't cold enough to hurt Hulk Hogan.
I forgot to read my tattoo that says if water's warm enough to move, it's not cold enough to hurt. Yeah. That's my fault. I think that's from Roadhouse, actually.
To be fair, it is a giant on your back. So
yeah. I can only see it whenever I'm doing my pull-ups. You know. So like, why not do another take? What the hell is going on?
Listen, there's a lot of them that they could have done other takes on.
You're not getting anything better from Curtis Iakea. You might as well scrap the idea that a take 2 was going to help King Curtis.
We got to make sure this guy survives at the end of this. But
yeah, he looks like in some of these he's literally dying.
And he lived until 2010, by the way.
Yeah. Well, he's the master,
I was like, this guy for sure died that day.
1996.
Yeah. Like in 8 Men Out, somebody's like, this guy died, nobody told him.
Yeah.
But that's the weird thing about this whole thing is like there's no way they did this live. I bet they filmed all those fucking things in one day. Yeah. They only had the studio area for one day. So
Kamala gets union rate, actually. He's a member of SAG-AFTRA.
I'm just glad they're paying him.
Yeah.
But if there's so many like bad edits where they're like keep the camera on somebody for like 3 seconds too long and like stuff like that. So when It's Not Hot happens, maybe some genius on the set says, "Hey, this might be the greatest thing that wrestling's ever done." Hulk Hogan.
We've got to.
It's not hot.
We got to shoot the Hulkster out in 20 minutes. So let's just roll through it.
Yeah, the Hulkster doesn't do a second take.
Yeah,
one take Hogan. They've told us to call him that ever since he got onto the set.
Well, the other thing is, who's he talking to? Because like he doesn't know anybody's there, but he's clearly talking to someone, right? I've never been here before. Why would you say that to yourself?
Oh yeah, I've never been here before. Hold on, I've got it. This is gonna get our episode taken down, but
where am I? There's no Hulkamaniacs here. I've never been here before. It's not hot.
It clearly is supposed to be hot.
Whatever award they should give Dustin Hoffman for Hook, they should give to the Hulkster for that performance. Right there.
10 times over. I've never been here before.
That's the funny thing about Hulk Hogan is we always shit on him. Bad actor. bad matches. Like he kind of ruined wrestling in certain ways sometimes.
Bad person.
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about him as a performer. But yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
deserves
yeah.
that stuff too. But it's like, and then he turns in like some moments every once in a while,
Yeah.
like that. And when we posted on our TikTok the way he like left the frame on that one video where he
Yeah.
like flexes and like like he like flinches a
Like-
couple times like he's malfunctioning.
Yeah.
And then
Like a motorcycle off screen is dragging him.
yeah, 100%. Like he got the hook at the Apollo, and then he hits the other clip where like he hits the Ultimate Warrior, and the Ultimate Warrior turns around to confront him and like no sells the hit, and Hulk immediately begs off and goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
He's just a special guy that like runs. He says things so weird, and like he has such a unique everything that I think that is a lot of his charisma.
Yeah. So Hogan then realizes, oh hey, I fell into this pit, but hey, those two guys I know are here. The Master.
Well, he knew he knew they were out to get him.
Yeah. He's like, I know you.
Yeah.
You're the Taskmaster.
You
and then
son of a bitch. When he's like, Kevin.
Yeah. Can you direct me back to the highway, brother?
I'm sure Black Beauty's on her side right now.
Yeah. She's laid down,
brother.
It's mainly a thing between me and the insurance company. I'm letting it lapse for legal reasons.
I can't get another hit and run, brother.
So
You're not
and then
gonna believe me. I just ended up. I don't know, brother. Officer, I know this is gonna sound weird. I ended up in a dungeon out of nowhere. The Zodiac was there.
Oh, you talked to the Master? I did. Oh yeah, how's he doing? I don't know. He seems kind of out of it.
Yeah, and
Things are tough.
The cops like, and the water, and they both at the same time say, "Wasn't hot." And they high five each other.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be hot, and yet
the surprising thing is that it's not hot.
And then out of the wall, of course, the fucking giant Kool-Aid Man's his way out of the wall, and proclaims that he's going to be the death of Hulkamania.
The stone just doesn't act like stone, does it? When he pops through it,
the stone rolled away for yet another eventual resurrection. So
he's alive. Yeah. He's alive. I see an empty grave. If you don't listen, you gotta.
You have to have
when you listen wrestling over everything, you're gonna hear a lot of Sunday school / vacation Bible school songs.
Yeah. It's baked in. So
I'm
then
in the Lord's army. Yes, sir.
So then Vader, obviously, who's Hulk Hogan's main nemesis at this time, joins the Dungeon of Doom. Now, Vader deserves every Academy Award because Vader is apparently transported there against his will. And when he comes in, they're talking to him, and at one point Vader starts doing some lower lip acting. That's some of the best stuff I've ever seen in my life. He's going because he's so hyped about the power.
That's the cocaine, but also do you think the Master had to use like a bunch more energy to get Vader to teleport?
Yeah, he had to do me a favor. Get on an escalator, Vader, so that we can get you to a higher point, so I don't have to take you straight from the ground.
If I take you from the ground, man, I'm gonna need a generator out here.
Yeah, they've already told me that I can't do any more unlicensed building to the dungeon. I can't make any more additions.
That's what they should have done. As soon as Vader materializes, they cut to the Master who's on the ground and his nose is bleeding.
He's got the 11's power from Stranger Things.
When 11 overuses her powers, the Master's on the God damn! Oh man! Why do we need all these big fuckers to beat Hulkamania?
You told me that you'd lay off the calzones, Vader. I'm very old.
Why couldn't Dean Malenko be the man who's destined to end Hulkamania?
Then Vader receives the power, and he ceases to be Vader, and he returns with the Mastodon mask on. Now he's Big Van Vader. This is so the whole thing is Power Rangers. That set looks like it's from fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah.
This is the most Power Rangers ass thing that happens.
It is very much Power Rangers.
Like Vader has to take on a stronger form that hadn't occurred to him previously that he might need to defeat Hulkamania, and now he's just a dude in a big Mastodon mask. I will say, I do like the Mastodon mask.
The Mastodon. It always makes me think of Vince when he was trying to make the Mastodon happen.
Yeah.
But did they call him Big Van Vader because the Master was like, "Oh man, it feels like I had to teleport a big van"?
You'd hope so, but he was Big Van Vader initially in WCW, and they shortened it to Vader.
because in this, when he gets his powers, he says, "I am now Big Van Vader."
Yeah.
So he's like reverting back to, because it's I was like, all that happened is you're now Big Van, like, and you got this Mastodon mask, because there's a more Power Rangers ass mask coming down the road.
Yeah. But this is all to set up Vader, Big Van Vader, versus Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach, which famously took place on the beach where they couldn't sell tickets, and a bunch of people got to watch the pay-per-view for free if you just lived on the beach. Of course, Hulk Hogan defeats Vader. He doesn't have the power, even as Big Van Vader, to overcome Hulkamania.
Yeah, Leon ain't getting that one.
Yeah, so that's not going to be a W for Leon there.
No.
And Hulk Hogan returns to the dungeon, and it's just like, oh, so everybody knows where the dungeon is now. We're all just going to the dungeon, huh?
Oh man, it's not like this is. What if I didn't have pants on?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Master's private time. leave the Master alone.
I finally I found out Jamie Lee Curtis showed her cans.
Yeah. Sullivan, tell me about the internet. I hear you can see.
I saw Scream last night, so I just talking about when does she show her boobs?
Yeah. The Giant shows up. They try to recreate the scene where Andre ripped Hogan's cross off in the build up to WrestleMania 3. He rips off Hogan's cross, and then it's so funny. He just starts choking the shit out of Hulk Hogan. Hogan's standing there, and he just all of a sudden goes, "Bah!" and just starts choking the ever-loving shit out of him.
For like a second and a half, and then Hulk's gone off the screen.
And then the rest of the Dungeon of Doom run in, and they're like stomping him and beating his ass. And then Vader shows up almost from like a point of view camera, and he starts beating the Dungeon of Doom with very weak punches. Like, he doesn't have Leon didn't have the heart to punch Kamala for real. And Ed Leslie ran away from the punches from Vader.
Well, Vader was probably sick. He's in this position, like, he's probably sick of people getting mad at him. Like, from all accounts, Leon was a very soft-hearted man.
Good dude, yeah.
He didn't like that people didn't like wrestling him, and then he would proceed to beat the fuck out of the next guy who wrestled.
It'd be like, I can't understand it.
I don't get it, man.
So the funniest thing about this is after he gets the heels off of Hogan, Savage and Sting run from off screen, like not by the established door that the dungeon has. They run off from like the side to rescue Hogan, which like everybody knows it's a set, but it definitely looks like a set when they do that. Like, those dudes were not there before. So so just everybody knows where the dungeon is. Oh, God damn it. Randy Savage he discovered the entrance to the dungeon.
I don't even have a door anymore.
Yeah, they came screen left. They came off stage left. They know not to do that.
It turns out there's a Gold's Gym like in the
Yeah.
dungeon.
Yeah, they were all on their way to the fireworks factory, and they took a left, and now they're in the dungeon.
The master's like, I knew as soon as I greenlit that Starbucks, the neighborhood was gonna be gone.
You guys should stick around though. There is a panda being opened soon.
Yeah, our Barnes and Noble closed. They didn't sell audiobooks.
The death. I more than anyone lament the death of the small business, but things march on.
Bezos really's got a handle on me.
Yeah. So they like. So that doesn't really lead to anything. Hogan has escaped the dungeon with the help of his friends. So then we're back to the next week. Hey, Hulk Hogan's challenged everybody to War Games, but War Games is 4-on-4, and we've got 3 guys to fight, so we need another guy. So the Master, again, going out, doing his research, pounding the pavement. He discovers a guy that already works at WCW, Ming, who is, according to him, trained in martial arts in Tokyo, China, and Mongolia. Why not Japan, China, and Mongolia? It's this one city and 2
city,
countries.
country.
Yeah. So that's just bad writing.
The Master's he's just been struggling the whole time. Listen, he's tired. He's tired.
And now Ming, who's been a mid-card heel, who was previously just a bodyguard for Colonel Robert Parker with no magical powers, and famously mid-card heel Haku in WWF.
Yeah.
This addition to the Dungeon of Doom has, according to the Master and Kevin Sullivan, tipped the balance of power in their favor.
Well, the old adage goes, once you've got 3 cannibals, you're unbeatable.
That's true. Yeah.
But he comes in with a dark helmet ass helmet on. Like at first I was like, that's just a Darth Vader mask that they put like a Rottweiler snout on, and they figured out how to make smoke come out of. I think it's supposed to be a dragon, but
okay. I thought it was like a Predator mask. It looks like some Predator shit to me.
That's fair. I think it looks more like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs, but I can't tell if it's a cool mask or a stupid mask, which I'm fine with. Like cool or stupid, I'm happy with. You know?
Yeah, I think I mentioned to Sarah, I was like, the mask is pretty cool looking though, and she's like, it is not cool looking. So, all right, well,
it is okay. So seeing it in like the color that I'm seeing it right now, it was not in this. It didn't like. Okay, so I'll show you a couple pictures. This picture. It's really low res, unfortunately. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't like that it's open link or open image in new tab. Oh, yeah, great. Tiny image. So I got to, no, the picture's too bad resolution. I can't do this to us. There's a picture. Here's one. Okay, it's a Reddit page. God damn it. But here it is. This is from the Dungeon vignette.
Yep.
So do you see how I'm getting Dark Helmet vibes off of this?
Yeah, for sure. But you also see Predator, right?
Okay, so yes, and even more so, I see Predator in this picture. Like, this picture wins you. If this was an argument, which it isn't, this picture would win you the argument. Because this is almost just a Predator mask.
Yeah. But then the funny thing is, like, they have that mask, they have the Mastodon mask, but you can't wrestle in that shit. So then he takes it off and he's just Ming.
He's
like
just normal guy.
Yeah. He's just a dude.
At least Vader's got like the leather shit on his face, you know?
Yeah. And then the next week, because Ming being a cannibal, we counted up, now we got 3 cannibals, is not enough. They give him the golden spike. Which the Master again had to go to the far reaches of the earth to find. I think he said it was on top of the rooftops in Tibet or the Himalayas or something.
It's always
like that.
Just weird, exotic, vaguely Asian places. And
I went to Myanmar to find the golden spike.
Exactly. I said I bid farewell to Manzanar. they the golden spike, if you haven't seen this, those listening, is just one of those trick thumbs that magicians hide the handkerchief under when they're doing
Uh-huh.
disappearing handkerchief trick, but it's
Yeah.
painted gold.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it golden. It's
That's the golden spike.
I
Yeah.
I thought for a second that it might be one of those finger traps, and then that's what he would use to like to trap his opponent. Can't get out unless we both pull on it at the same time. We both have to push in.
It's a Cantonese finger trap.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Look at
in.
this picture of the shark.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ah.
Look again, like you said, they all commit hard. Like that sleeve rules that
Dude.
says shark attack on it.
Fucking Ed Leslie committed so hard to the Zodiac. Like,
Yeah,
that dude is trying. You
yeah.
know?
It's something. Okay, so that's the big last one is that the master it's a very funny way that I think the master is trying to tell Kevin Sullivan that he's going to go on vacation because he clearly knows that Hulkamania is not going to be defeated by by these incompetent idiots that he's assembled. And he's like, I have to take a trip, Sullivan. What are you doing? I don't know. I was thinking maybe some R&R for the master in a tropical place. I got a lady I'm trying to meet up with.
I've always wanted to drink straight out of a coconut.
I was talking to Ming, and he was telling me that they have a lot of cool places these days in the Bahamas that are all inclusive. Because I really don't like paying for my hotel and then having to pay for food and then having to pay for drinks.
I'm in the swim up bar, and you got to have your wallet with you. This way, I just walk up, and the slave worker at the counter hands me my Mai Tai.
What if I want a quesadilla? Obviously, I want a quesadilla.
Hopefully, I run into some big fucker that I can recruit to help end Hulkamania. But if that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm going for that, but if it happens, I'm open to it.
I'm going for the Jimmy Buffett cover band.
Yeah. They call themselves Margaritaville. It's a little on the nose, but I think but they cover the tunes well.
They're a Jimmy Buffett and Beach Boys cover band. They're called Cargaritaville.
He says like you said, like, while I'm out, I'm gonna see about this Yeti situation that I'm hearing a lot about. He's got to go get the Yeti. But
the Yeti thing fucked me up, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay, so there's that, and then the last vignette that we watched is the introduction of maybe one of my favorite characters. The master's a little bit down. The vacation didn't go quite like he wanted. The Yeti's been a huge mistake. Kevin Sullivan, it's nice to give gifts, but also to reciprocate. And
Absolutely.
so he tells the master, in fact, for some people, the giving of a gift is greater than the gift you could receive. That's in and of itself. Yeah. He wants the master to laugh. Who among us couldn't use a good chuckle? So he's found a man from the Isle of Nowhere. Well, all of these spots that the Dungeon of Doom has their fingers into, they have connections everywhere. Out comes the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris.
Ironically, Hugh Morris is the least funny gimmick out. Think of a less funny gimmick out of this entire thing. The shark is so much funnier than Hugh Morris.
That's true. Yeah, the Zodiac is funnier than Hugh Morris.
There's almost nothing funnier than the Zodiac, and Mang coming out with that stupid ass predator mask is funnier.
And the golden spike. All of it works together. Yeah. He cuts a promo where he's like clearly been instructed, hey, you laugh. That's your thing.
Your thing is that you laugh. Your name is Hugh Morris. You sack of shit.
You give one thing, it's that you laugh.
If your name was Mel Uncali, you'd be crying through your whole thing. But your name is Hugh Morris.
You see what I'm saying? So over, we'll wrap back around. So now we got to talk about the angles, the angles for the Dungeon of Doom, which first include, hilariously, there's a clip where Hulk Hogan pulls up on Black Beauty, his motorcycle.
Do you think Hulk Hogan having a motorcycle named Black Beauty is funny? Do you think he softened the name for television?
I wish it was Black Betty, because then at least there's the song.
This is my hog. I call it.
yeah.
We can't. We gotta call something else.
Hulkster.
What, dude?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
That's what it's called at the dealership.
Why can Snoop Dogg say it if I can't say it? Hogan cuts this insane promo. This is supposed to be before their match at War Games, and he said he's been riding all night. His hands are wet on the wheel, and he's he's saying that while he's been riding around, he's been seeing the red, white, and blue everywhere. And so he doesn't want to, he fears for the Dungeon of Doom. And I'm like, well, the Dungeon of Doom's not a xenophobic gimmick. Why do they care about the flag?
Let's see.
I got Kamala's from Uganda, I guess.
The Zodiac's from the land of yin and yang.
Yeah.
The sharks from space.
Right.
Mang definitely not from the United States.
Right.
Who else we got?
Kamala's
Yeti?
from Uganda.
Yeah. So
yeah.
This is an international heel team, whether you want to believe it or not. Well, yeah, Kevin Sullivan, Taskmaster, but
he's from fucking Boston, dude.
He's a traitor. He's a race traitor.
Right. I guess I'm just saying, like, their intent is not to destroy America. Hulkamania is not a recognized country.
Hulkamania is America, dude. Like, I was thinking about that today. Like, what if Hulk had never said the N-word or died? Would he have been at the Olympic opening ceremonies in LA in 2008? Like,
yeah, probably.
If he wasn't a scumbag, you know how buck wild he would get an entire freaking stadium of people when that "I Am a Real American" song comes on, and Hulk Hogan's at the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. You know,
you make a good point. That's
if 80 or 90 things hadn't happened and the world is different, then Hulk Hogan coming out.
Not even just one thing. There's got to be a lot of things.
I know. I'm not saying. I
know, but it's just funny that you said 80 or 90 thing. It's like the alternate Earth that Hulk Hogan remained a hero in. There's a whole lot of stuff different.
There's so many rakes he stepped on. He's Sideshow Bob, dog. But like, if he hadn't and he didn't die, like I just the pop. Well, they should bring Stone Cold out anyway. You know?
Right. Well, he's a real
How
American
sick
hero.
Would that
be? If the glass breaks during the Olympic opening ceremony, dude. Count me in, dude.
That would be so sick. The Stone Cold and he stunners like the Emperor of China, like a guy like who's like, and then him and Michael Phelps throw beers to each other and stand up on the ring.
Oh man.
God damn! They need to have me direct the.
Yeah. I was gonna say you got to throw your hat in the ring.
You got to have John Fogerty there.
Yeah. Also unproblematic in every way. So
is John Fogerty a problem? I think John Fogerty's fine. I've never heard anything about John.
He might be fine. All right.
If there is something about John Fogerty, I'm not actively denying it. I've just never heard of anything about it.
I might have thought
it was something else. Son, man.
Yeah.
It ain't him.
And as long as I can see the light, let's not forget.
I mean, I asked him about it. He said it ain't me.
Yeah. So Hogan's standing there. He's cutting this promo. Then, in the distance, a rumble appears, or a rumble is heard, and the giant Dungeon of Doom monster truck that is somehow, I guess, the master must have made a lot of money in IBM or something, because he's got money to take these trips and to have a monster truck built for his heel group and to have a dungeon made.
I was early on Microsoft.
Sullivan, I told you not to sell my shares. And then the camera cuts to like a POV of the Giant driving the monster truck while people
Yeah.
get out of the way, and he runs over Hulk Hogan's monster truck Hulk Hogan's motorcycle like 10 times,
Yeah,
which
he
is
just keeps
hilarious.
running it over. He just keeps
and
running it over.
and Hogan runs
You're
up
running
to
over
the
a dead horse, brother.
yeah. Oh man, I'm not gonna. The deductible's not gonna cover that, brother.
Man, I thought I could save the emblem on the front.
And the H is how everyone knows it's a Honda. So, and Hogan runs up to the monster truck and he starts beating the door of the truck like he doesn't understand how it works at all. He's just pounding futilely against the monster truck.
It truly is like a mad ape, but like he could have jumped and punched the Giant.
This is what I'm saying.
The Giant's within reach, and the Giant. And one thing that you have to know about the Dungeon of Doom that we actually surprisingly haven't touched on yet is they're always laughing maniacally after they do things.
Bunch of cacklers.
There's a shot where the Master and Kevin Sullivan are 4 inches from each other's face, doing an evil laugh for way too long, and I'm sure they both like were very uncomfortable with this. But
clearly, and clearly the Giant's been given direction. You laugh maniacally. That's your thing.
He runs over the Harley a bunch of times, and then he just sticks his head out the window, and while Hulk is hitting the door, is like, ha, 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 ha. I'm the Giant. Ha, 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 ha.
I ran over your truck, or I ran over your bike. Hilarious to me.
Fuck your bike.
So then Hulk Hogan is walking.
So bike lives matter, Hulk, huh?
This is for future things. I've been in the cave. I've seen what you
don't
did.
even know you're gonna do them yet.
Yeah. So then Hogan. This is after after the events of Fall Brawl, which we'll get to. Hogan is in a neck brace, and he's clearly cut a promo emotionally, telling the fans like, "Oh man, my neck, it's been done twisted, and I'm in trouble." And he's walking around the ring, high fiving people, and powder gets thrown in his face by what we assume to be a nanny, an old grandma.
It looks like when Terry Jones would play a woman in
Monty Python. I didn't know you were a woman. Yeah. But it turns out to be Kevin Sullivan, who just starts beating the shit out of Hogan with this cane in the ring.
It's got to be Kane.
That's got to be a cane. And then Hogan is in the ring. The Giant and the Zodiac run out to attack him, and the Giant does like a fatality essentially to Hulk Hogan, where he grabs his head and twists his neck to basically kill him. Is what it seems like
in the movies. In the movies, that's how you kill a man. You know.
Yeah. That's a blood sport ass way to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And then the greatest indignity of all, they shave Hulk Hogan's mustache, or they try to shave it.
I'm not sure he didn't yell, "This is for future things," because did you see what kind of mustache he gave Hulk Hogan?
You know what? It didn't even dawn on me. I think of that as a Michael Jordan mustache.
Yeah, Michael Jordan likes to too, but he gave him a straight up blonde Hitler mustache and left it like that. Like he didn't. That's not where that's not just where the video cuts.
Yeah.
That's where Kevin Sullivan let go of. He probably thought it was funny. When he was because he does the outside. I think probably it's a little more touchy when you're messing with the nose, so I think that's probably why he didn't do it, because he's not being gentle with these clippers, you know. So,
and you don't want to accidentally cut the Hulkster.
Yeah, but in 1994, I can also see how you could quote, I'll use a wrestling term, rib somebody by you're supposed to shave his mustache. You shave it into a Hitler mustache and just leave it like that on the mat.
As the again.
You see what I did to Terry?
Yeah, this is for future things. It's hilarious.
This is for future things.
So then we get one of the funniest things I remember happening at the time in WCW. Hulk Hogan, to combat the darkness of the Dungeon of Doom, Brothers Darkness, he
Mm-hmm.
has to go dark himself. Sometimes to fight the evil, you got to become the evil.
Yeah.
Hogan comes out, black neck brace,
Mm-hmm.
black turtleneck, no sleeves. Still got to show them guns off.
You got to show the pythons, dude. Why
Yeah.
not? I think it looks pretty rad, to be honest.
All black. It's a good look, and he still has the big arms. Like he looks stout at this point in time. Like it's not a bad look. And then he cuts for Hulk Hogan, what is at the time a pretty on the line kind of heel promo where he tells Mean Gene to shut up. And then he says he wants to fight the Giant, and Mean Gene immediately jumps in and goes, well, there's a restraining order in place against the maniacs of the Dungeon of Doom.
Mean Gene really wants him to know, hey, Hulk, there's no fucking chance they're showing up today.
Yeah.
Which
and,
it's Chekhov's Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, he does it. Yeah.
That's the Hulkster.
Dark Hulk.
It's weird that he his idea was I'm also gonna tan way more, brother.
Yeah.
This is nearly blackface.
He's looking tough. It looks like he fell asleep outside.
In order to be evil, I have to become what I hate.
The clues, unfortunately, were there all along. This is for future crime.
He's also got. This is for future atrocities. He's also got. He's got silver cross necklace, but he's also got black cross necklace. I didn't even notice on first watch.
Yeah, he's a Raiders guy these days.
He looks pretty rad. I would grow the mustache back. I do think he looks better with the mustache, even though it is a ridiculous mustache. But I like this. I like this for Hollywood Hulk. You know, without the stupid beard, all that stuff. This is more easily to be taken seriously. In my
opinion. Yeah, I just imagine the officer who has to serve the restraining order to the Dungeon of Doom. Drawing short straws at the precinct. Nah, you go to the fuck that. I'm not going out there. You go to the swamp.
So you go to the place and then you just teleport. That's what happens. That's what I heard. I don't know.
So I just stand in the middle of the woods.
They've got Macho Man in there. I don't know, man.
Look,
that's
brother,
just where I get a pump in, brother.
It's okay, master. We told you. You got to stay 500 feet away from Hogan. You can't play your music after 10, and no more unregulated additions to the dungeon. We've been out here before,
kidnapping people, you son of a bitch. Yeah, we told you can't just do that, and now we know where you are. We've been
it's not a sunroom. We know it's extra bedrooms. You have to look, I get it. You got to house your maniacs, but you have to go through the process with the city. You can't run electrical yourself. You're not qualified, and I don't think
water
Ming
everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think Ming can do it. Looks like wherever the Boca Raton Police Department just keeps losing officers every time they have to serve a warrant to the Dungeon of Doom. So
just eaten by cannibals.
Yeah. So
something's got to feed the cannibals.
Yeah, somebody's got to feed the cannibals. Hogan takes a random shot at Vince in this promo for no reason at all. He's like,
he says a couple weird things in this promo.
He's like, that promoter up north, his ego got too big, brother. He thought he didn't need the Hulkster, and that's why he's going down the tubes right now.
He also says if he dies, he's going to go to heaven and whoop Gorgeous George's ass.
Yeah, who I've never heard him have a problem with. I don't even know what that's about.
George was in heaven going, whoop. He's the Leonardo DiCaprio meme pointing at the TV.
Yeah. When I get to hell, I mean heaven, brother. I'm going to fight Gorgeous George. So then he equates shaving his mustache to graffitiing the Washington Monument or burning the American flag. And even that is too far aligned for Mean Gene Okerlund. Imagine the newspaper the day after Hogan's mustache is shaved. National crisis. Hogan with no mustache. The
A nation mourns.
yeah, stock market prices plummet, and that fucks up the
Everybody's
master.
stocking up on gasoline and
Yeah,
paper towels.
the master's Roth IRA got fucked because they shaved Hogan's mustache. But
Fuck! They're gonna repo the monster truck.
no, I'm really out over my skis on this truck. My ass is in the wind, Sullivan. This thing's got to win at least 6 races, and we're up against the goddamn Gravedigger.
Yeah, I didn't know the Gravedigger was in our class.
I thought it was us, the Hogan truck. Maybe the Zodiac can afford a truck. Who knows?
Tow-Mater from Cars,
Yeah.
which is a future movie.
Which is a future movie, which I have access to in the dungeon. So then, of course, the Giant shows up in the monster truck with the Zodiac. Very funny. Zodiac in the back seat,
And he's posing.
yeah,
at
he
the
has
top
to
of
hit
the
his
monster
look.
truck.
The dude knows how to make the camera shine. Our last vignette, or our last angle here, we cut to a match where Sting and Lex Luger are defeat Harlem Heat, and then the Giant comes in and chokeslam Sting and Luger, hits him with the early chokeslam, which is the falling chokeslam, which I really like. I think it looks really cool.
Where it, like, lands on him? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
like
Yeah, it's a
he
good one.
falls with them.
Yeah.
He probably stopped doing that because it's going to mess his knees up. But
Well, probably he's landing on guys.
that's
They
true. He probably, I think he might have fucked up Randy Savage giving him a choke slam. So they're like, "Hey,
My spleen, brother."
look, I've been in the cave. I know in a couple of years I blow this knee to smithereens, brother. But you got to give me the time. Hidden from Randy Savage in that future is him losing to Hulk Hogan twice the day after he wins the WCW title. But
the master's like, well, the master should show him.
Yeah,
let me show you what
his-
this fucking sack of shit's gonna do to you.
For his own good, he has to protect him from himself. So Savage and Hogan arrive, and then Hogan and the Giant face off. This is in preparation for Halloween Havoc. The whole Dungeon of Doom come out, and then there's a block of ice that's just been on the stage, and it starts vibrating, like changing colors at the end of the show, and then all of a sudden the ice bursts out, and Eric Bischoff's like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's the Yeti. Do you
Are they
think
confused?
the master had to ask them to ship it to the arena, right? Like the big block of ice that he theoretically found the Yeti in on his travels. He's like, "Look, this has got to travel city to city till
It was in the back of the
thaws."
monster truck.
Yeah.
And the Zodiac snuck in earlier,
Yeah.
and he knocked it out for him. But are they confused as to what a Yeti is?
Well, I think the thing is they probably
'Cause
didn't
that's a-
own.
That's a mummy.
He's certainly a mummy. I think if I had to guess,
They couldn't say the mummy because of the future movie.
but yeah, well, and the past movie, they don't have the rights to the mummy.
The mummy hadn't happened yet.
I think there's old mummy movies, like just
sure there's an
old
yeah.
monster movies, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Stephen Summers classic had not been released yet, but
Then do something like a Yeti's a very specific thing.
it's a Bigfoot. Make a Bigfoot.
It's an ice Bigfoot. It's like
Yeah.
the ice dragon from Game of
Well,
Thrones.
look up the Giant Gonzalez, because you could do like I mean, it'd be terrible, but you remember the Giant Gonzalez had a bodysuit that made him look all like caveman-y. You could do that.
It's a really
that-
shitty. It's a
Yeah.
really shitty suit. It's crazy that they. It's crazy that
Yeah.
they were like, "Yep, roll with the Halloween costume."
You got to find one where it's him standing. There's a picture of him just standing with the strategically placed fur that's everywhere, like the bodysuit. I'm not saying that that's a better option
Look at this one.
than what
Oh,
they
I
did with
saved it.
the.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the Giant Gonzalez. Also, apparently, a very nice man. Poor Giant Gonzalez, but
well, that is better than the Yeti. Like that's not a Yeti, dog.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they could have just borrowed the Giant Gonzalez's suit and made all the fur white, and then you've at least got a Yeti. Truth in
For a
advertising.
while, I was like, they keep talking about this Yeti, and then, but I haven't seen the Yeti yet. Who's this fucking mummy guy? They don't talk about him at all.
Right. Well, it could also be that the master is, he's in cognitive decline. He's sundowning, and so he doesn't realize that it's not actually a Yeti.
They're trying to push him out, but after the primaries.
Yeah. He's got to take a cognitive test at Walter Reed.
We know the people won't pick Kevin Sullivan as your successor, so we need to get you across this line. Then we'll have you debate Hogan.
Yeah. For the good of the dungeon, you have to step aside. And then we've got angles, we've got vignettes. Now there are 2 Dungeon of Doom matches that we watched. The first is the Fall Brawl 1995 War Games match.
Yeah.
Where it is. Tell me who you think's beating who's winning this one. On side 1, you've got Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Sting, and replacing Vader, who had the shit slapped out of him by Paul Orndorff at this point, and had left WCW. The returning to WCW from WWF, Lex Luger.
Yeah.
That's side A. Side B.
Pretty decent lineup.
Pretty stout, yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side, you've got the Shark, Ming, Kamala, the Zodiac.
3 cannibals and a Zodiac, dude. That's
3
tough.
cannibals and a Zodiac is interesting.
It was interesting.
I love war games. It's one of I'm so mad at myself that I didn't put it on my favorite gimmicks Mount Rushmore we did. I forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love war games. But the best versions of war games there are 2 teams that are like it's a blood feud. Somebody might die. The shit's got so bad. We got to lock you guys in a cage with 2 rings, and you have to sort it out. And the only way that you can win is by submitting one of your opponents. And the really great war games matches have blood and they're violent and it seems dangerous. Like this is the worst war games match of the classic war games matches. This is by far the worst one.
It's pretty horseshit. I mean, because this is the thing. When you make mystical characters and then you realize it's John Tenta, it's like that. Oh, wait. I can't wait to see the Shark wrestle. And it's like,
well, and
what's he going to do? Do you think Ming is going to be eating people's biceps?
Hogan's already beaten all these guys by himself in the much more popular company less than 3 years ago. Like Hogan they've done nothing with the Dungeon of Doom to make them dangerous. They're a Saturday morning cartoon like assembly of villains.
Yeah.
And so like Hogan's team comes out, they're in army fatigues. They're ready for war against the Dungeon of Doom.
They've even got the camo face paint on.
Yeah. Some of the funny things here, they start with Sting and the Shark. So this is gonna be a long night for the Shark. I guess because sharks can't stop swimming or they die. Was a popular myth for a long time. So maybe the Shark had to start first.
You got to keep oxygen moving over those gills.
Yeah. You'd think that maybe you'd want to build to like a babyface body slamming the biggest guy in this match, but Sting within like 2 minutes of this match body slams the Shark, and pretty easily. The Shark puts him in a bear hug. Obviously, Sharks famous for their bear hug. The thing that upset me was that Sting is doing this thing where he keeps running from one ring, jumping over both sets of ropes into the other ring to attack his opponent, which looks cool. And Sting's an athletic dude. He's got hops. He can do it. the Shark tries to do this, and I was like, oh no, John Tenta, please don't do that. And he jumps, and he gets stuck between the two sets of ropes, and it's like the ultimate as another fat guy. That's a tough look as a fat guy to get stuck between the two ropes.
It was very funny. He didn't get like, so when Dusty says stuck between the two ropes, he is essentially planking across the two ropes. Yeah. And Sting is between the two rings, kicking him in the stomach as he's laying there.
Just,
listen, this was a long match. This is a War Games match. That was head and shoulders my favorite part of this match.
Yeah,
it's funny because he's fat.
Yeah. So the Zodiac comes in and Sting is undeterred. He beats up both guys in the Dungeon of Doom by himself, basically. Randy Savage comes in. I thought it was very funny. The hubris of Randy Savage. He jumps in the ring, immediately tries to suplex the Shark. Not happening. Just he can't
suplex the goddamn world, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Samson, he taught me the technique for the suplex. You just got to get low, brother.
You just got to get real fucking low, man. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Snap into it.
The offense in this match is the most offensive, fake looking wrestling there is.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
Kevin Sullivan, man, he throws the shittiest, like back karate chops to people that are like, it really hurts my soul, and because he's been around for a long time. I'm not gonna shit on Kevin Sullivan.
Are you talking about are you talking about the Zodiac? Because the Taskmaster.
No, I'm talking about Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, okay. Like at one. Go ahead.
It might not be. It's either this match or the next match, but there's a part where Hogan's hurt and Sullivan is behind him, karate chopping him in the back. It is the next match, but
okay.
It's the worst thing. I wish I had a video of it to pull up right now, but it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they Kamala comes in, they get in the great line that Kamala is comfortable in the cage. He feels safe in the cage. Kamala likes the cage.
It's like the dog, you know?
Yeah. It's very funny because I believe it's Sting is attacking Kamala and finds the best strategy to combat Kamala is to just punch him in the belly a bunch.
Yeah.
He's like King Hippo in Punch Out. You just punch him in the belly and he can't deal with it.
It just reverberates all the way. It shakes his nervous system.
Yeah. Lex Luger comes in. I'm gonna say Lex Luger is the type of person with the body type. He looks weirder with a shirt on than he does with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Like his body.
Cena's like that sometimes too.
Yeah, like his body composition doesn't work for shirts. Shirts are not made to fit around a dude that looks like Lex Luger looks.
Especially because he's so huge, he wears these tiny ass shirts.
Right. Yeah, you got to do both things.
Yeah.
They're trying to tease some tension between the baby faces here. Luger accidentally clothesline Savage from behind. This leads to nothing. Don't worry. The Hulkamaniacs are not ever in danger of losing this match.
Yeah, it's very well. You forgot the stipulation is if the Hulkamaniacs win this match, the Hulk gets 5 minutes with Kevin Sullivan.
That's right.
Them two alone in the ring after the match. So wouldn't you know who won the pony? The Hulkamaniacs are going to win this match.
Ming has an old time, like he could be a dude that we do a bio on because he has like the old timey strong man body where he's got like the big torso, and he's batting cleanup for the Dungeon of Doom. You can tell how I can always tell how tuned in Lex Luger is to his wrestling by how loudly he is yelling as a way to sell. Like he's not selling damage. He's just yelling every time he gets hit. He just yells loudly.
Listen, dude, he's an artist.
Yeah, he's the total package is what he is.
Yeah, that is true.
there's a lot more terrible offense. The thing that offended me the most is Hulk Hogan is paired up with the Zodiac, and he's got him between the two rings. And Hogan is every time he punches the Zodiac bounces into one set of ropes and bounces back to Hulk Hogan for like a million punches.
It was
It's
too
insane.
many times, and old Ed didn't time every single one of them perfectly, so every once in a while Hulk would punch him, and then like a split second, like not a full
Yeah.
second, but like you could tell it was like delayed. He would then throw himself back into that.
You gotta tighten it up, Ed.
You know, I love the slapstick bullshit like that, though. That's
Yeah.
why I love Tenta getting stuck on the ropes.
Yeah.
I love. It's not good wrestling, but listen, none of this was good, so that made
Right.
me laugh at least. At
Yeah.
one point, Macho Man accidentally punches Luger, so they start fighting each other.
Yeah. That's so the end of the match, Hulk Hogan puts the Zodiac in the shittiest looking camel clutch I've
Yeah,
ever
it's really-
seen.
it's not a good one. Yeah, it's not. A good one.
And the Zodiac, they don't know if he's actually giving up, Andrew, because he yells yes, then he yells no, then he yells yes. The Hulkamaniacs win. So the Taskmaster, I think, is like, well, if I just get in my car, they can't make me get in this cage.
Yeah,
like
he's
he's gonna
fucking off.
abscond. Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
start a new life. I'm Kevin Sullivan from Detroit.
Kevin Sullivan Vader. Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
Oh God damn it.
Kevin Vader, Sullivan Vader. Shit.
So and again, when they get in the ring, Hogan's doing the worst. He's just throwing Sullivan back and forth in the cage, just from one side of the cage to the other. And then the Giant comes out, and God bless Paul White. In the 2 minutes he's out here, he does the most impressive physical feats in this match. He like grabs the top of the cage and hops in over the top rope, and then hops over the two ropes in to get into the ring that Hogan's in. That's the most athletic shit in this match.
And this is a very short cage. He's only like a foot from the top of that cage when
Yeah.
he's standing in there.
This is a very spry Paul White.
Yeah.
And so of course he attacks Hogan and hits him with like we talked about before, classic Mortal Kombat fatality neck snap. Which Hogan loves this because in his feud with Zeus from
That's what
WWF
Zeus got him with?
99, Zeus is also doing the neck snap. It's like
That's
if-
because
if
Hogan
you're
was an action hero.
well, and if you're an untrained wrestler, they're like, just do this,
Yeah.
you know, and I'll take care of the rest, brother. Because the Giant he's had like one professional match.
Listen,
before
if
he
you-
ended up in WCW.
Remember, you break the Hulkster's neck, it's like snapping the Statue of Liberty, brother.
You might as well take the Declaration of Independence, snap its neck.
You're bombing Air Force One, brother. It's gonna be a problem.
Also proprietary. Air Force One's a movie that I'm making. What's that? They're making it. Well, who's the star? Harrison Ford.
I'm just gonna tell everybody they asked me to be it first.
Yeah. The Hulkster had to turn it down. He never let Gary Oldman take his ass out. So, we were robbed a Hulk Hogan, Gary Oldman film and Face Off. What a time that would have been.
You could have told me how it was.
Yeah.
By the way,
So-
referee. Who's the referee that I asked you about earlier?
Randy Anderson.
Randy Anderson's the referee for this, right?
Yeah.
He's also the referee for the last one. How much of a Max Holloway looking motherfucker is Randy Anderson?
He's like white trash Max Holloway.
He is white trash
Yeah.
Max Holloway.
Yeah.
But it's also very funny how hard it is to find a picture of Max Holloway where he's not screaming.
Right. Or where he just looks like a regular human being.
Yeah, like there you go.
Yeah.
There he is. There's the guy.
Yeah, I could
I
definitely
could not
see
see Max Holloway the whole time I saw him.
it. Just living. What's he say? Blessed.
He's blessed. To be the best, you got to beat the best, and the best is blessed, baby.
Yeah, that's to count the three. You got to be the best, and the best is blessed, baby. Hogan is Bobby Heenan is cackling as they go off the air from Hulk Hogan's neck getting snapped in half, which is also very
I know.
funny.
Yeah, he thought it was great.
So this, of course, leads to the ultimate Dungeon of Doom thing. I think this is like if you need to show somebody what the Dungeon of Doom is in one clip, we get to Halloween Havoc 1995.
Well, you got to show them 2 clips. You got to show them it's not hot.
Yes,
and this.
And this one.
If they said 1 clip, I would insist on 2 clips and refuse to only show them 1.
If of course, all my enemies that are trying to destroy my legacy, the thing I first want to do is challenge them to a monster truck battle. So
it's just, I don't know. Was there a sale on monster trucks? Did Ted Turner be like, "Hey, pal, I got 2 monster trucks. You want to use them for an angle?"
Like, for as slick as Eric Bischoff is, and also considers himself to be, like, this is some redneck hillbilly bullshit, as you like to call it.
Listen,
WCW can never escape who it is.
I am into hillbilly bullshit, dude. It should have never escaped what it was. Like,
it should have never tried to be somebody else. Yeah.
The Dungeon of Doom, I don't think qualifies as hillbilly bullshit. There's probably a lot of hillbillies at home saying, like, you know, homophobic slurs at the screen about this. You know, like, so you stick to the hillbilly bullshit. The 2 guys fighting on a tractor trailer going down the road. A sock full of silver dollars on a giant stick.
Like, junkyard match.
Junkyard match. You got all these ideas. Like, that is your bread and butter, baby. You don't need to be going Power Rangers on everybody, you know?
Yeah, that's it's very true. The referee for this monster truck battle does not know the rules of the monster truck battle. Essentially, you have to get both set of axles out, and there's like 2 charges that'll go off, and if they disable the truck, then you're also out. The long and the short of it.
By the way, this match was 30 years ago yesterday.
Wow. Well, look how far we've come.
Yeah, I just saw it because Hulk Hogan is trending on Twitter right now.
Uh-oh.
I know. What do you say now?
Yeah. From beyond the grave.
What did Will say?
Yeah.
I immediately saw a GIF of the Yeti and the giant rotisserieing old Hulkster.
They get in the monster trucks. Hogan's had one commissioned, so it's the Hulk Hogan monster truck versus the Dungeon Doom monster truck. For some reason, they keep calling the gas alcohol that's in the, like, Bobby Heenan keeps going, well, there's a lot of alcohol up there.
Yeah, I'm sure I could have done some digging and figured out why they kept doing that, but they did keep calling, like, saying that basically the trucks ran on alcohol. Maybe they're not allowed to say gasoline on a building because they're blowing something up. I don't know. It might have been an FCC thing.
Or maybe it does run on alcohol. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, that's some hillbilly bullshit. Bush latch straight into it, man.
None of that Heineken foreign shit. My car runs on domestic. So, rolling rock, baby. So they start doing the monster truck battle, and it's at least very clear to me Hulk Hogan and the Giant are not in these monster trucks. Like, when there's actual driving happening, there's like insert shots where they show them, but they never show them get in the monster truck, and then they don't show them get out of the monster truck once it's over.
Yeah, I'm very curious because they keep doing inside the monster truck shots, but they also keep, like, you're probably 100% right, but they accidentally showed into the passenger door a window at one point, and there's 2 seats, and there's guys in both seats.
Well, they say at one point you need 2 guys to drive the truck because one guy has the axles are independent, so you need a guy to drive the front and the back part of the truck.
Oh yeah, that's bullshit. There's only one motherfucker in Gravedigger, I can tell you. Yeah. So what I'm guessing is happening is the Hulkster's in the driver's seat with a wheel that doesn't work.
Right.
Because when they show, and this is a guess, it could be they're just not in there, but when they show the shot where you can see the guy sitting in the passenger seat, there also appears to be a light between him and whoever's in the driver's seat. So that could be the light for the camera. You know, it doesn't make sense for them to really do it live, so you're probably right, but I could see feasibly how they did it. if they did it live.
Yeah, I just
The
don't
one-
think you want two dudes who don't know how to drive a monster truck driving a monster truck.
Oh, they definitely don't have them driving these
Yeah,
things. I mean,
Uh,
they're supposed. I mean, are they on top? They're really on top of a building, right?
yeah, I mean, at least the monster trucks are like.
I just
and
don't know
then-
how they worked the giant falling. Hold on, get to that.
Yeah. So Hulk Hogan wins. Who's surprised? Then afterwards, the Giant wants to continue the conversation with Hulk Hogan over. He's not thrilled.
He didn't hear no bell.
They get into what I'll call a fight charitably, and Giant grabs Hogan by the neck. They walk gingerly onto the platform. That like they're face to face or side to side, I guess. And Hogan breaks the chokehold, and the Giant does the classic whoa, and falls over the side. Presumably to his
he's flailing his arms.
He's windmilling it to his death, presumably. And Hulk Hogan yells out, "No! Oh no!" And I
He's cooked, brother.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, brother. That's a long fall. I don't know what they did either. I mean, maybe there's because they don't show the camera over the side at first, right? They have a shot of the lake or the water or whatever.
They also have like a helicopter shot around the building.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's like, but I don't know how. It's not like they went and built like a platform with a crash pad on the side of this building. They're not going to let fucking Paul White risk that shit,
right?
And he very confidently fell off the building.
Unless there's two, unless it's like two nights where they did the helicopter shot all the way around. That's one night you insert that shot, and then the second one has something. Like whatever.
Of course, yeah, they could, but the helicopter shot has the monster truck up there, so they have to. I don't know how they did. Like, it's funny. Like, it sounds like we're going like, no, you might have really fallen. No, they
right.
fucking worked this shit.
Yeah.
But, like, I just don't know how.
I don't know exactly how they did it.
I gotta look it up, but I am seeing on Twitter that at least the person who runs the On This Day in WWE Twitter page said if you look closely you can see an expert driver next to each wrestler, so it seems like the wrestlers are in there, but they're not being driven by the wrestlers.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly how they did it either, but obviously Hogan kills the Giant by knocking him off of the top of Cobo Hall. So the main event of the show is supposed to be Hogan versus the Giant for the WCW title.
So they pushed him off a low-level roof onto a crash pad, not from a real skyscraper.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
So maybe they found like a short building that has, but I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah,
keep looking.
Unless they edited it all together, because it looks like one building, and clearly the monster trucks are up there with them wherever they're at.
Yeah, so it's an interesting thing. It's like it's the Cobo Arena but is one of the shorter buildings in that area. So maybe the helicopter shot just makes it look like they figured out how to make it look like a taller building than it is.
That makes sense. You force the perspective. Gandalf's not really that tall, you see. It's of course it's a trick of the camera.
It's a small house.
Yeah. So if I had just killed a man accidentally after fighting him in a monster truck, it still had to come.
Here's something that you can't understand, brother.
I had to risk it for the biscuit, brother. I don't know that I'd still want them to play my theme song when I came out. That might send the wrong message as to how repentant I am for the murder I just did.
Listen, the people paid to see the Hulkster.
Yeah, go address the. I was trying to think about. I think this would probably be accidental manslaughter as a charge because he didn't push him on purpose, but the
Giant attacked him.
Right, but the giant still
So-
fell to his death as a result.
I don't think he would get a charge.
That's
The giant attacked him. The giant had his hands on the Hulkster's throat. The Hulkster did one of these guys
yeah.
that always gets somebody to stop choking you.
Yeah.
The giant fell off incidentally. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd get a charge there. It's on
That's
video.
It's tough. He feared
The
for his
do-rag
life.
don't acquit.
Yeah.
The do-rag don't fit.
This is that's my lucky pushing monster truck. So, I imagine Hogan afterwards. So I understand, Hulk. You guys had a monster truck battle on top of Cobo Hall. That's right, officer. And then
Yeah,
the
brother's
giant.
pretty boss.
And then afterwards,
over.
of course, the Hulkster's monster truck is a lot like the Hulkster. It doesn't lay down. And so then what happened? Well, the giant came at me. He was angry, and I understand that, brother. I've been there before, you know. And then he put his hands around my throat, put me up on a ledge. Of course, I'm going to use the classic push apart his hands technique. And I don't know. He just lost himself, brother. He went right over the edge into the drink.
Yeah.
So, now
he's a big. You see how big he is?
Yeah. Now this is the giant that you've previously had complaints from. Yeah, brother, from the Dungeon of Doom. I know you're sending guys out there all the time. Some of them aren't coming back. Yeah. We've lost a few good guys to to the dungeon. I understand. All right. Well, this looks like a. I won't take this to the DA. This looks like a cut and dry case, Hulk. Oh, thank God, brother. I've got a lot on my plate.
You're American hero, brother.
Yeah.
People hear about this.
Some people say
I'm gonna
a
get you-
cab, but that's not me, brother.
No, I'm not. They're like, defund the police. How about we give them? You guys want tanks? I got a guy.
Same guy who does
gonna
my
get you-
monster. Same guy who
gonna
does my
get you-
monster truck. He can do your take.
I'm gonna get you the Medal of Freedom, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for having the Hulksters back. I got the red, white, and blue running through my veins. Just listen to the song.
He gives him a CD.
Yeah. So Hogan's like, my dear fans, my good people, I implore you, please stop
Yeah.
with your cheers. And he goes, so on top of that roof, something happened, brothers. something not so chill happened. And the giant, and then right as he's saying that, the Dungeon of Doom music plays.
He was about to say that he presumes the giant to be dead. He's like,
Yeah.
based on what I saw, he was a big ass laying there bloody on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I believe in one resurrection, but now what's that? And do you think the giant was backstage being like, wait for Maximum Impact before you start playing my music? Because I'm coming out. He's like dried off. He's changed into his wrestling gear. And now he's ready to go. He's like, definitely play my music.
He's hitting him with an and now.
Yeah. Oh, he thinks I'm dead. Now, Maximum Effect. This match is also terrible. Hogan takes off his bandana. Turns out, because he's in the dark side, he now has the same horns that the Taskmaster paints on his own head.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
You got to know your enemy, dude. You got to.
So he's just dark now.
Yeah, Dark Hulk.
Yeah.
This is obviously a super basic match because
Sulk Hogan.
yeah, the giant cannot wrestle. He can do a bear hug. He can do forearm across the back. He could choke. That's pretty much the extent, and he can be impervious to pain. That's pretty much the amount of stuff that the giant can do.
Yeah.
But what the giant can't.
That's about all Andre could do too. You know?
Yeah.
He learned from his dad.
He learned it from his dad. The one thing the giant can't do though is withstand the power of a clothesline, because he gets clotheslined out of the ring at one point and is like, you know what, I'm out of here.
Fuck this.
Yeah, the taskmaster can see the writing on the wall, as it were.
Yeah,
He's like, I've seen this movie. I know where this is going.
We don't. Hey, giant. We don't win this one.
Yeah.
We'll tell the master. We'll try it next week. We'll find another guy.
Maybe next time Hogan will be real sleepy. Well, obviously, nearly killing a man doesn't shake his confidence to the ability that he can't win this wrestling match.
Mark Calloway's already in the WWE at this point,
That's
right?
true. He has already faced an Undertaker, so
Yeah.
he does hit the choke slam, but of course Hogan kicks out of the Giant's main move in the Giant's first match, and then the Giant
He holds
and
up
then,
out of it, right?
yeah, and then Hogan body slams him. You might think again, you might want to build up to that as a culmination. No, first match.
Why wouldn't? Why would?
Why
you?
would you? Hogan hits the leg drop. Everything's the writing's on the wall. Then Jimmy Hart blasts the referee in the back with the championship belt, knocking out our dear friend Randy Anderson.
That son of a bitch, dude.
Yep. And then Hogan's like, "What?" And he's like, "What happened to the ref?" And then he gets Jimmy in the ring, and he's like,
The
"You."
whole crowd's pointing at Jimmy
Yeah,
Hart,
yeah.
And Hulk's like, who hit the
Look,
ref? The
Well,
one guy standing behind him.
The Hulk doesn't succumb to mob justice. Every man deserves due process before we convict him. The Hulk will have to see the evidence. If we
I don't cater to kangaroo courts, brother.
Yeah, if we succumb to mob justice, how are we any different than the animals, brother?
If Kamala did that shit, I'm dragging him right to the back.
Yeah. Democracy is the stalwart of this country. We have to have process. So then, of course, Hogan's like, "You take care of the ref." Jimmy Hart throws the ref down, attacks Hogan with the belt from behind, knocking him out. The Dungeon of Doom comes out. Luger and Macho Man come out to try to save Hogan, but Lex Luger is like, he's in with the Dungeon of Doom, or he's a heel at least. He's in with Jimmy Hart, but he's friends with Sting. So it's like, but since Sting's not out there, he's like, "Fuck this," and he just starts beating up the Macho Man.
Yeah.
And then he's beating up Hogan, and then the Giant has Hulk Hogan in the bear hug. And fucking from the back, Tony Schiavone with one of the greatest calls of all time. "It's the Yeti!"
Yeah.
And
he tries to make it sound exotic because he couldn't mention all the different countries that the master was mentioning the whole time. He didn't have time.
So the Yeti comes out, and as Andrew alluded to earlier, I'll say they double hug Hogan. Let's go with that. One from the front, one from the back.
The Yeti's doing some weird gyration situation stuff going on.
Yeah, they clearly didn't think about. Nobody thought ahead as to what that would look like when the Yeti and the
I'm
Giant
getting Eiffel Towered, brother.
Well, if one's hugging me from one side, brother, and the other's hugging me from the, I don't want to get.
I can't imagine what this would look like, brother.
I don't want to be too blue here, brother, but it's gonna be. It's gonna maybe look like an issue. So after maybe somebody clued the Yeti in, and they're like, "Hey, man, we gotta knock that off." And so then to end the show, Luger hits both Hogan and Randy Savage with the human torture rack, which on the level of the double bear hug or the torture rack, throw me up in that torture rack every single time.
Fucking Macho Man, dude. Like, he rides for his hitters, but he gets hit for his hitters too.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it. Like, is there a more like, if you're getting your ass whooped in the center of the ring, who do you want to know? Like, if you have a friend you need to rely on backstage in the history of wrestling, is there a guy more than Macho Man? Because Macho Man, is coming down that fucking ramp.
He's your dude.
He might get thwarted. He might blow both of his knees out, jumping to nobody off the cage. But that fucking guy is coming to help you no matter what, because he's your friend and he cares about friendship.
Yeah, he's your man. 50 grand. If you're on his side.
Is there another one?
I'd say maybe the Crow Sting is a pretty.
I was gonna say that was the only other one in my head. It was like Sting rides for his guys too.
Pretty good ally, but yeah, the Macho Man, he just doesn't. He's like, it's you and me, dude. The Macho Man has the loyalty like of a pack animal. He's like, once we're together, I'm out for you all the time. And the problem is Macho Man's fucked up here. His elbow's all messed up. In real life, doesn't care. He's gonna go down with the ship.
When his friend is fighting, he might be eating a sandwich, but he's in his gear, brother, because as soon as any shenanigans go down, he is dropping that sandwich and running straight past. He's not telling them to play his music. He is running straight past gorilla position.
He doesn't need the Jeff Hardy dance. He knows time is of the essence to save Hogan from the Yeti.
I'm not sure Randy Savage believed I'm not sure Randy Savage I don't know if kayfabe was a thing to him. I think he really thought his friends were getting their ass whooped in there.
Right? Yeah, it's all. He doesn't read the script. Script reads him. So yeah, and then it turns out that acting as Hogan's power of attorney, Jimmy Hart put a clause in, because normally a disqualification does not lead to a title change, but he put in the contract that a DQ would. And so Hogan got DQ'd. So then the Giant becomes WCW champion. It's announced the next night on Nitro.
So Hulk doesn't either. Hulk doesn't read his contracts.
Yeah.
Or Hulk didn't ask Jimmy why he put that into the contract.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to be a prick, but Amendment 11 says I can lose the belt by DQ. That's not really the Hulkster's bag, you know.
Who in God's name entered that into the minutes?
No, I guarantee that Jimmy Hart has Hogan's power of attorney. Like the Hulk doesn't have time, dude. The Yeti, this is his one pay-per-view appearance. Like you said, he's not a Yeti, so really the whole thing doesn't really go anywhere. So they change his name to the Super Giant Ninja, which is really funny because that also pretends that there's just a regular giant ninja that they needed to delineate between. This is not
you not to be confused with Giant Ninja.
Yeah, Giant Ninja, different guy.
Yeah.
Me, I'm the Super Giant Ninja.
It's just so stupid. It's so stupid. It's better than Yeti Mummy, but it's
yeah. I actually Yeti Mummy is kind of a good.
If they called him that.
Yeah, I'd be into that. So, all right, so that's the end of the Dungeon of Doom. They do stick around, but they're not really a presence in the same way. Hogan and the Giant main event Super Brawl the next year in a cage. You want to take a guess who goes over there? And then before too long, it's like they stop being the like Power Ranger villains, and they're just kind of guys now. Because Zodiac, it turns out, was a double agent the whole time. He helps Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Go ahead, sorry.
He helps them defeat the Dungeon of Doom, the Alliance, to end Hulkamania in the Doomsday Cage, which I didn't want to subject us to because we've already watched that. So, and Hulk and Flair takes the fall there, obviously.
There's a direct line. Who does the Zodiac turn into?
He becomes the Booty Man.
The Booty Man.
Yeah.
I saw it on the thing. It's so funny that he just turns into the Booty Man.
He can't be Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He's not the Butcher anymore. He can't be the Zodiac because the Zodiac was a clever ruse, you see. It was all a disguise.
That's so funny that he's just now the Booty Man.
And so he's the Booty Man. But like, I don't know. Obviously it's terrible. Like it's really terrible, but there is something to be said for like how hard they lean into this thing. Like that's the WCW curse. They clearly spent money on this thing that was like, it was never going to work. Cause like, at least when Hogan was facing all these guys in the 80s and 90s, underneath the cartoony kind of facade of it, there was like a seriousness to the threat of Hulk Hogan, you know? And it was just like these guys were just dorks. They were never gonna win.
Yeah, and that's it was obvious what was going to happen. I do agree with you though that it's good that they leaned into it. Like if you're going to do it, freaking do it, man. Like when you said that they just turned into a faction after that, I'm like, I bet that was more boring, even though this is stupid. Like, so I got the story on the Yeti, and it's very WCW. What happened.
Go ahead.
So the Yeti being a guy wrapped in bandages rather than just a Yeti stemmed from a classic WW creative snafu.
Yeah.
The block of ice presentation was hastily conceived as a dramatic reveal, like him coming out of a block of ice.
Yeah.
But the bandaged mummy design was a last-minute substitution for a planned fursuit. The original fur costume, intended to make Reyes resemble an actual Yeti, hadn't arrived in time due to production delays, leaving bookers, including Kevin Sullivan, scrambling. They opted for the quick on-hand mummy wrappings to fit the Unwrapped from Ice theme, tying into the group's supernatural monster motif. No in-story explanation was ever given for the discrepancy, and the character was quickly pivoted to Supergiant Ninja before being dropped entirely.
I want to know, where's that suit?
That's the Yeti suit.
That's the real question. Is that Yeti suit somewhere? It's in a warehouse in the WWE vault, like
it's like it's in like one of those like plexiglass, like they preserved the Yeti suit. Never been worn.
It's like in the Indiana of Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they're like, it's being looked at by top men, and then they're just putting the Yeti suit in a giant warehouse with whatever else is in WCW.
They're putting it into a drawer with like dry ice smoke coming.
Yeah, and the giant Gonzalez costume. They live together. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's just like we did mention off air. We were talking about why Kevin Sullivan is still proud of this, and it's like because it's silly and who really cares? But like the reason he came up with the Dungeon of Doom was because Hulk is very particular about who he works with, and he wanted Hulk Hogan to be comfortable because Hogan had never worked with Kevin Sullivan as a booker. So Sullivan was like, okay, I'll lean into what Hulk knows, even though I know that it's not great, and Hogan's already things are starting to turn from the crowd perspective. Even in 95, he's getting boos, and he's like, I know that Hulk Hogan needs to turn heel, but he's not going to listen to me because he thinks that I'm just some guy that's out for him. But if I can gain his trust by going along and doing the cartoon version of wrestling and letting him beat all these guys, maybe when the moment is right, he will actually listen to me, and we can turn him heel. And that's when the NWO comes along. That's the moment.
That makes sense, because for a little context, before we recorded, I asked Dusty about something, like because they were talking about Kevin Sullivan talking about that, but the way that he said it confused me, because he said something like, I knew the NWO thing was the way to turn Hulk, and I'm like, wait, this is before the NWO. But now that makes sense. He's saying that Hulk had to eventually turn heel, but they needed a bridge to get Hulk to the point where he was willing to turn heel, and to get Hulk to stop being booed as a babyface.
Yeah, and to like show that he's willing to go along with Hulk, and like he understands the value of Hogan and all of that. So like, are there better ways they could have done that? Probably, but it was like bring in all the guys that he already knows and that he's already worked with, and who know the Hogan style and know what time it is, and we'll run with that. And that's how you end up with the Shark and the Zodiac and all those guys,
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's stupid. Like we made fun of it. The Shark is very stupid, but like people remember the Dungeon of Doom, man.
Yeah, it does come along during like the Power Rangers, and Big Bad Beetleborgs was a thing, and VR Troopers, and all these like hokey Saturday morning kind of cartoons. So it's not out of a piece with what was going on in pop culture for kids, but it's like kids weren't really into wrestling at this point. Like all the kids that were in it in the 80s had aged out, and they're not going to think the Dungeon of Doom is cool. And I don't think that like smaller kids were into wrestling at that point, like
Yeah.
younger kids, so it was just it's like a weird island, and it's a weird, like, the next year is the NWO, and the NWO's whole thing is like reality, quote unquote, and like the being more real, and this is the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I was thinking at one point while watching this. I was like, wow, a year later, they are like reality TV show wrestling. Like, there's none of this stuff anymore. It's all about the story in the wrestling. Everything's like real. There's no stupid, like, there's no, like, I'm trying to think if there's any like stupid, like, fake character gimmicks.
Yeah, I mean,
once the NWO happens, like,
yeah, there's really like not a lot.
Chronic happens,
right? But that's later,
and that's just like two douches,
Right? Yeah,
they're not like fake guys.
They're not from Oz or where,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah. So, and like Disco Inferno he's just a guy who likes disco.
He's just a goofy guy.
Yeah, he doesn't live in a cave. He's not supernaturally powered. Or Glacier, because Glacier's a ninja from
Glacier is kind of like a Mortal Kombat character. So
yeah, and like his little group of guys, Wrath and Mortis, and those guys are often like a little corner.
Wrath and Mortis. Oh man, the shit we talked about those guys. We just need to do another, like, we already did a 1997 breakdown on our previous podcast. We just need to do another one someday.
Yeah,
like,
I love it. I'll always go back. All right, quickly, the Dungeon of Doom members we saw. There's a couple that apparently at one point there was a guy named Braun the Leprechaun in the Dungeon of Doom. And he hated Hulkamania. It like the colors repulsed him, which sounds fun, but I never saw that. Of the guys we saw, I want to get let's do a power ranking here. The Master. 1 out of 5. What do we think of the Master?
Where's in terms of what?
Or what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need a rubric here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We saw 10 Dungeon of Doom members. 1 to 10. How do you power rank the Master overall of the Dungeon of Doom?
Okay, so number 1 being the best part of the Dungeon of Doom. Number 10 being the worst part of the Dungeon of Doom. And there's no other criteria. It's just worst and best.
Right.
The Master stinks. The Master has almost no redeeming quality.
Yeah.
He's just screaming the whole time, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I would put under the Master. So let's put the Master at 9 right now.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I would put under him.
He's not the Master. He's the Taskmaster. Where do you put Kevin Sullivan?
Listen, Sullivan is goofy in this, but he's the only one that does any kind of actual like acting.
Yeah.
So Sullivan's up. I'm gonna put Sullivan at 2, and he might move to 1 if I don't find anybody else to go.
All right. Kamala.
Kamala's 10. Kamala's 10.
I think you're forgetting somebody, but that's fine.
We can bump.
Okay,
if we want
you
to.
move around.
Oh, am I forgetting the Yeti? Is that what I'm forgetting?
The Yeti.
God damn it, dude. Definitely the Master's going up 1.
Okay.
To 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Can I do a tie for 10 and then the Masters at 8? No.
No. Somebody's got to be
right.
9. Kamala.
Gotta be worse.
Kamala at 9.
I'll give it to guys because I feel like you want Kamala at 9. I'll put Kamala at 9 and Yeti at 10.
I mean, however you feel about it, but
I hate Kamala. Like I do. I truly hate Kamala. But Kamala had his time, so I'll put Kamala at 9.
I'm throwing
Yeti
Jimmy.
was only around for like 3 weeks.
I'm throwing Jimmy Hart out because he wasn't part of the stuff we watched.
He might be
as
number
a
1.
member. The Shark. Where are we putting the Shark?
Listen, the Shark's so stupid, it's good. I think.
Yeah, it goes all the way back around.
I'm gonna put the Shark at 4.
Okay. Big Van Vader. Now, this is not a summation of Vader's whole career, just his time in the Dungeon of Doom. So we're looking at Vader promos where he starts as Vader, but returns as Big Van Vader.
I'm putting him at 6.
Okay.
Because he's Van Vader, he doesn't do anything offensive, but he also doesn't do anything like he wears the mask. The mask gets him 6 instead of 7.
Right. I think maybe the number one guy here. What's up with the Zodiac?
Fuck, dude.
The man of yin and yang.
He tries so hard. It's just such a stupid gimmick, but it's also like I've got the Shark. I've got Kevin Sullivan at 2, right?
Yeah.
Bump Kevin to 1.
Okay.
I think the Shark's at 3.
Shark was at 4.
4. I'll put Zodiac at. I'm gonna bump Shark to 3. Put Zodiac at no. Yeah, I'm gonna bump Shark to 3. Put Zodiac at 4.
All right. What about another cannibal? He's got a predator mask. Meng.
Meng was boring as shit in this, and I don't dislike Haku. I know he's a real life badass. Do I have where's my room at the bottom? Like 7?
I think you've got a 7 open. Yeah.
I'll give him a 7.
Okay. And then last but not least, the Laughing Man, Hugh Morris.
Oh fuck. Hugh Morris. I guess everybody north of.
You got a 5 spot. I think 5 is the only one that's open.
Yeah, so everybody north of the Yeti
Moves
bumps up a spot.
Okay.
And then Hugh Morris is 9th, I'd say.
Okay. That's so we've got the Taskmaster, the Zodiac, the Shark, and then I forget who's Vader.
Mm-hmm. No, who did I put 4th? I put
oh, we had one more.
I put the
I'm sorry.
Shark 4th, but
I missed it. The Giant. Forgot about the Giant.
Oh, 4th. We'll put it in because I think I have an empty 4th.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out the entire order.
We should have tracked this.
Could have tracked it, yeah, because that would be a smart thing that a podcast would do.
Yeah,
but we decided to do that. You did miss out. Your beloved Big Bubba Rogers did join the Dungeon of Doom at one point, but passed.
God damn it, do I love that man?
Past the point of silliness, just as a kind of biker dude, I guess he was.
Yeah.
He was in the dungeon, so he could have been the cop. Why didn't they have Bubba Rogers as some sort of evil policeman in the Dungeon of Doom?
Was he ever, after being a cop in WWF, was he ever a cop in WCW?
Well, he was called the Boss whenever he first came to WCW. He had a bunch of gimmick changes at WCW because they were he came in as the Boss, and he was kind of an authority figure. And then WWE sued and was like, well, you can't do that because...
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he could have been a cop in WCW.
Well, he became the Guardian Angel because the Guardian Angels are
But that's a security guard.
Right. So he's cop adjacent.
Yeah.
The
Vigilante would have been sick.
Yeah, the Vigilante.
That's what he should have been.
Yeah.
He's super into conspiracy theory. He uses a ham radio, and he's always paranoid that people are out to screw him. I think that would have been a fun gimmick.
Yeah, that could have.
Maybe he wouldn't have died.
Yeah, that could have totally worked. And then he's just there. He's scanning the CB radio for to make sure that nobody's coming for the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's trying to find the dungeon because he's sure the literal dungeon exists and they're up to something.
Right. He's scouring early message boards for clues.
He's walking through the woods with one of those long antenna things in his hand, trying to find the signatures of the dungeon, and then they bring him in and he gets to join.
Yeah, I think we're on to that would have turned the Dungeon of Doom around.
100%.
Would have sold out buildings. They wouldn't have even needed the NWO. Could have been the DOD.
Yeah.
So it's Halloween. So we did what accounts for in wrestling spooky stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you want us to do next. Go watch that. See if you can make the 37 minutes of the Dungeon of Doom vignettes on YouTube. My wife watched it twice, so we'll see what happens.
Why'd you watch it twice?
Because I didn't take notes the first time. I had to take notes again on the second time through.
That poor lady loves you so much.
She's great. She's the best. So thank you again.
My girlfriend would not have watched them. She loves me so much. She would hate watching the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah. Look, if you can't have me at my Dungeon of Doom, then you don't deserve me at my WrestleMania 17. That's what I always say.
Point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. She would hate WrestleMania 17 too.
Well, we appreciate you all. Come back next week. We'll be back with more wrestling news and more trivia and more bios. Wrestling over everything. Thank you, everybody. Sullivan.
The Yeti.